my god!
Oh, because I got a segue. Oh yeah.
We are live, yo. Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk. Where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, New England representing. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, well, I'm about to step away real quick, and I'm gonna come back and introduce myself. All right. yeah, man. What it do, man? Jesus Shuttleworth, the God, Go Artist, aka LB, lot of the boss. You know what it is. Monday Night Boxing Talk. Let's get it. Sample Kings Forever out now, nigga. Let's get it. RainGangRadio.com. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey yo, what's good? You know who this is? Your boy King P, Bodega Boxing in the building. Ring Game Radio all day. Let's go. We talking boxing tonight, and we not jumping our enemies. You know what I'm saying? Only one of us gotta give him the thing.
Facts.
We don't need 9 niggas showing up to the locker room. I heard you ain't like our podcast.
Yo, that's factual. And we're definitely gonna go into that one because that was a spectacular crash out this weekend. But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's fly? It's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, preparing for liftoff Monday. Let's go. Ring Gang Radio. Let's fly.
Yes, sir. Conscious Pilot stays elevated above the clouds. You dig? And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's popping? Rome Top 5. We here, nigga.
Yes, sir. Rome Top 5. Hey, Chicago win because he leaves these niggas in the breeze. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we got all 5 of us here tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. And yeah, man, this weekend, man, like I said, boxing, the theater of the unexpected, man. You know, we saw in probably 72 hours, someone who was getting ready to have the rocket strapped to his back to go to the fucking moon.
And I just asked all y'all niggas, y'all really think it's him? Y'all really think he's at? I just asked y'all niggas this last part. Y'all,
you did.
He's him. He's him. He is. Yeah, we
He's
believe
right there,
in him.
yeah. He's getting knockouts. He's active. He's saying it like, yeah.
And what did I say? I don't know, nigga. I don't know.
No, nigga.
I just had to say it.
Fight.
I just had to say it. Go ahead.
But that's the thing. He didn't even fight though. Like,
yeah.
It's one thing if like this is worse than him not even fighting though.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was just obviously boxing fuckery happens. Like, I mean, it's not the first time we've seen fuckery, but this is just like concentrated fuckery. It's just like it just happened. It was just fuckery begets fuckery.
No, it was fuckery on top of fuckery. It was like double fuckery. Like,
right. You know, of course, we're talking about one Keyshawn Davis, who was supposed to defend his lightweight title against Edwin Dos Santos,
but he's not focused.
Among other things, like and fun things too is like the media, like he had he was on Andre Ward's podcast, he had interviews, he was in videos with Mike Vick and Allen Iverson, he had like
no, the nigga did his press run.
Yeah, he did. He had.
This has got to be like the most wasted promo of all time.
Yeah, I mean, even do at the final press conference, was like talking that shit to Abdullah Mason, and it's like, yo, like we gotta fight, trying to bully this nigga into like, okay, yeah, we're gonna fight after this, and then him and his brothers was talking cash shit to niggas, and it's just like, okay, this is good. Like, all right, these like DB3, like they got the blueprint right now, like they about to do this. And then we get the news where this nigga Keyshawn Davis blows weight not by a pound, not by 2 pounds, not by 3 pounds, but 4.3 pounds. And that is wild. Now, if you're blowing weight by that much, you clearly would not try. You weren't trying to make weight because dude didn't look drawn. Motherfucker.
But is this the most differential y'all have seen? In y'all time watching this shit in a weight class that low,
14 pounds and shit.
Yeah, no, there's been way worse.
Way worse. This is the worst.
But for like a top contender, for a top contender, nigga that is supposed to come in there and win. Like,
I mean, he's a champ. He was a whole champion.
He's a whole champ.
This is the most. That's what I'm saying.
As next,
as a top nigga to come in that much overweight.
I've been to he was gonna be at 35 too much longer. I've said that many times, but I didn't expect it for that to happen. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was just bad because it's like, I mean, dude didn't show no remorse because he was just like, dude was out there flexing like it was supposed to be. Like he wasn't drawn. Like in Vikings too, he was given 2 hours to lose the weight. He didn't want to do it.
No, he wasn't.
So,
he planned not making weight.
Bro, hold on, bro. I mean, listen. Once I saw he weighed in at 139, I know he wasn't even gonna try because nobody's losing 4 pounds in such a short amount of time.
He didn't train to go to 135.
If it was like a pound and a half, okay, 2 pounds. Nobody's losing 4 pounds in a couple hours.
Because he was probably already training for a day or two.
Work out?
What's up, LB?
No, I'm saying, you know how hard you would have to sweat and work out to lose 4 pounds?
It's impossible. Like it's really impossible. And now
you can lose. The thing is, you could lose 4 pounds in damn 2 hours. But the thing is, if you've already done so much training and all that,
that's a grueling process.
That's too much.
It's not like you waking up. It's not like you're waking up out of bed and say, "Hey, we're gonna play basketball for 2 hours," and you lose 4 or 5 pounds because you're running full court and shit. You already kind of at your limit or near it. So that's what I'm saying. Like that 4 pounds is like crazy.
But I think especially now, due to the Ryan Garcia fight, the 3 pounds. Fighters aren't gonna get jiggy with that as much now. You know what I mean? Like if it's over 2 pounds or something, you know what I mean? Like this day, just because of the Ryan Devin shit was, I think it's kind of that wasn't a
but
great.
Them niggas paid the money though. Like
I know. But I'm just saying it was a different situation. But in a sense, there's similarities. In regard to that.
Yeah,
but I think Santos is drained his damn self. He looked bad. He looked like
someone say he looked like Ghost from Power on Fett.
Honestly, you know what? I'll say this. I'll just say this. Maybe I think it's better off that the fight didn't happen.
I was just about to say that because
Santos looked like
he was been hurt bad.
He was gonna get bodied. Yeah, he was gonna get bodied. And I think Keyshawn probably knew he probably couldn't make the weight much longer. And he did it as an advantage. He wanted an advantage.
You could just look in Edwin's eyes and like the cheeks were sunk
his eyes were Someone say he was like Ghost from Power on fentanyl and shit.
Yo, he did look wasted, but that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't trust him in no fight, man.
Yeah, and because it was bad. I mean, like, because he's coming off 2 years, but he was having issues with blood clots. And dude was I heard he was up to like 190, and he really did kill himself to try to make the weight, which he did. Professional shit because it was a title shot. He was getting paid. He was getting paid like $600,000, give or take. So it was like, okay, he's professional about it. But Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn, I guess, was feeling himself a little bit too much because he's like, know what? I could probably, because he's like, I have this power now. Like I could probably blow this weight, but dude probably needs the money. So so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just blow this weight, and then he'll still fight, and I'll just have to give him some money, and we'll go through with the fight, and then
I'll beat his ass and get because he wanted an advantage. And I just want to mention, like, Keyshawn was doing a lot of media press. You know what I'm saying? He was on every podcast, and he was, he said some things. One thing I recall him saying that stuck out to me is, he was saying he was basically the top dog on Top Rank, and he's in the rooms negotiating his deals and shit. So he was feeling himself a lot. So he thought he could, get over, get over, get the fight, have the advantage, knock him out at hometown. Okay, I'm going to 140 now, and it obviously didn't work that way.
Yeah, and it's bad too because only 2 fights ago, this dude had the same thing with Lemos, and Lemos had blew weight by like 6 pounds, like some shit, like 7 pounds. And dude is like, you know what? I'll take the fight, and dude bodied him in short order, and that was the beginning of dude's like
ascension. Ascension. Yeah. It helped to kind of it legitimized him. You know what I mean, to most fans.
Yeah,
because once he quit the weed after that whole he popped dirty, it's like that was his. Let me take this. That was like his Tank Gamboa moment. Like, let me take this shit serious now.
Ironically, the weed was a part of the guy who spoiled the night. So it's just kind of like it's a lot of irony and all that shit.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of, and we'll definitely get to that part because it leads up to all the fucker that was happening. But yeah, no, Keyshawn though, like I know, like people were pissed because I know Top Rank I know was pissed too because they were like, yeah, if you want refunds, and that shit was damn near sold out. And
Michael Vick was gonna bring his team there and shit. Like, you know, you had all these celebrities. Like, he fucked the
yeah,
bag.
Mike
Michael
Vick,
Vick
Allen
fucked up,
Iverson,
you know.
yeah,
His whole
they were
college
going
team
to
was
walk
gonna
out
be
with
there.
dude. You know, Shaquille O'Neal was supposed to be there. Like, dude literally had the momentum, like, and he blew weight by 4 pounds. It was just like, and yeah, that's like the ultimate. Like, that's like part one of the crash out, and it's like, and he didn't care either. Like, dude was just like, you know what, I'm about to go to 140, and I'm so heavy. I'm like, bullshit. You were able to make 135 before for your title win for the other fights.
Yeah.
So don't give me that. Don't give me that. You couldn't make it. You didn't want to make it.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't. You know, again, I mentioned I knew he wasn't going to be at 135 much longer, but I didn't. You know, it was a bad game. It was a bad game plan.
But you know, they still try to negotiate with dude. So they were like, so they try to give Dale Santos some money. You know, try to get, obviously, you know, to get a sweeten the pot a little bit more. But then I think Samson, his you know, Dale Santos' promoter was like, after a while, it's like, nah, you know what, fuck this, it ain't worth it. So I think he put something in there too, where everyone would still get his full purse. So, and that was the out. So it's like, you know what, he's still gonna get paid his full purse. He's not gonna get like a partial or anything like that. So basically, Edwin got paid, you know, for making weight, which is cool. And I'm not even, and seriously, I'm not even mad for him for bowing out, because it's like, yeah, like he basically was put in a situation where he was going to lose. And like I said, also, and fun things too.
I'm glad he got his paper though.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah. But honestly, this just shows me I could not take this dude serious for his next fight if it's anything less than 140.
Yeah.
De Los Santos needs to move the fuck up. Like, we got to start holding all these niggas to the same fucking standard. Like, these dudes,
he was gonna fight
these motherfuckers are natural welterweights masquerading as lightweights. Imagine trying to get Felix Trinidad to be at fucking lightweight. Fucking way.
Yeah, basically, that's facts. Like Rolly, Ryan, Tio's a little short limb, but you know, like pretty much all the 135 relevant fighters are fucking true welterweights, and they're
honestly, I think they're naturally bigger than Broner. If you want to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they like look at Devin Haney. That's not no little motherfucker.
Even lower weights, like even my boy Junto, who I watched that fight, we might talk about a little later. Like he's taller than Brian Norman today. I saw a picture of Junto Nakathila looking as taller than Brian Norman. You know what I'm saying? Even like it's just most of these, they're gonna try to use their advantage. You know what I'm saying? If they can make the weight, but you know what I mean?
But see, we're in the era where these niggas like Jared Hurd was like the last of them type of niggas, bro. Like that shit's done. Like these niggas, like let's be honest, bro. I don't know Pat know what I'm talking about. These era of niggas don't train hard enough to do this weight bully shit no more.
They don't.
They just don't. They can't get away with it no more. So they end up 3 pounds overweight, 4 pounds. Oh, I'll take the damn fine. Oh, Yeah, that shit gotta end, man. Because then when niggas take the fine, how to fight.
Even Shakur lost his belt in the skills.
Yeah, look, Shakur's a big motherfucker too. Shakur need to be at junior welterweight now.
Yeah.
Why you think Shakur never even be looking ripped like that either?
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
Like, bro, like maybe he would have more damn energy for offense to throw punches if he wasn't drained. I don't know what it is, but these niggas ain't. And honestly, that's why we're not getting these great fights anymore, because you know it's hard enough getting these niggas in the ring together. Now you get them in the ring, and they can't fucking goddamn perform like you want them to, because they really supposed to be at welterweight.
Yeah, they drain themselves so much. They basically lose all fight on the scales, and then you're only given 24 hours to kind of rehydrate to is whatever. But it's affecting their performances, and you're starting to see this because niggas don't have no. It's not even the old school training, because I don't think these niggas train old school at all. They don't even have like someone to actually watch over their nutrition. Like some of these niggas actually need that in their lives. Like they need to pay.
I think all they do is the damn nutrition and the CrossFit training and strength and conditioning. Like, why you think these niggas boxing skills never get anywhere? Like these niggas ain't training boxing no more. It's strength and conditioning and some cardio to make weight, and everything else is just muscle memory. And oh yeah, we'll look at tape a little bit too, so you kind of familiarize yourself with this guy.
Yeah, and it just wasn't a good look though. And this is and of course his brother Kelvin Davis. They're both their brothers. They were fighting, but Kelvin Davis was starring shit with Nahir Albright, which will lead to some what go down in their fight. But it's just like, dude, even bothered to like humble himself. Like he didn't say he didn't apologize. He was like, I couldn't make the weight no more. Bam. But you see this nigga come out there, the next night, with his brother, like, with big, fucking these big glasses on, niggas eating popcorn and shit. Niggas pissing. He was low key pissing me off with this bullshit. I was like, dog, like, I mean, if I would even be there, I would have been at the hotel watching this fight or something like that. Like, why the fuck you there? Like, who? Like, why the fuck do you need to be there? Like, the people were there to see you fight. And you're out there just acting the fool,
Yeah, I would have been embarrassed to still even be in the arena, knowing I let everyone down.
No, the fact, like the way that he was sitting there on front row eating popcorn, I was just like, bruh, like you ain't got.
I mean, nothing's wrong with eating. I mean, hear me out. Nothing's wrong with him eating.
No, but the way he was doing it, like just like not a care in the world, like nothing happened. Like
that was kind of
like he was enjoying it too much.
Yeah, he should have been more a little bit
like
some people say he should have been there, but he's gonna be there for his brothers, you know what I'm saying?
If this was like 10, 15 years ago where Bob was more ornery and more alive, he would have cussed his ass out. He definitely would have cussed Keyshawn out.
Yeah, so because like I said, because
you can't curse these guys out no more because then you're a hater.
Supposedly, I saw. I think it was a Sean.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I think fucking Keyshawn's just acting up because he's trying to get that turkey bag.
Well, he's the ambassador. I mean, that's the elephant we haven't mentioned in the room yet. He is a Turkey ambassador. A Riyadh season ambassador. So I wonder how that's gonna. I think he's still relying on that more so. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, he's gonna have some legal issues into his life real soon. You know what I'm saying? Like some serious ones. Yeah. But like I said,
are they suing him?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see. Because I think
we'll see. But I don't think so.
But it's funny too. But dude was just he was taking it all like his brother Keon, who actually Keon Davis is actually he's actually a talent. He's actually has some talent.
He's better than Kelvin. Well,
he's easily better than Kelvin. Is the worst. Yeah. But Keon, and when Keon won his fight, they were all celebrating and whatnot. But when Kelvin came to fight Nahir Albright, and then keep in mind, Kelvin actually won Nahir Albright because Nahir almost beat Keyshawn before, and the contest turns on no contest because Keyshawn popped dirty for the weed. Yeah. So he actually and Kelvin Davis, if you ever watched him, like I remember seeing the second fight, and dude almost lost to a complete jobber. So
he got a gift on Pro Box for sure, and another gift on Top Rank. He already got 2 gifts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kelvin Davis is basically someone called him a poor man's Robert Easter, and I fucking started dying.
That's hilarious.
God damn.
But he is basically
that's a specific poor Manning right there.
I said it in the chat. He's basically the Gary Antonio Russell, the 118 Russell, and also the Amado Vargas of the brothers. You know what I'm saying? He's the
he's just not he's not good. Like he has a little power, but his boxing IQ is doo-doo. Like and it showed too with Albright. It only took Albright maybe a round or two to kind of figure out what he can do, and funny things too is like I completely forgot to put money on this because I was so fucking tired for what I was doing. I was like, damn, Albright's probably gonna beat dude's ass, and one thing that I cannot stand is to see a bigger fighter get bullied by a smaller fighter. And get hit with all types of bullshit. And Kelvin was saying that dude couldn't punch, but Albright was rocking him pretty good to me. Like
he was cracking him, bro. Not pause. He was cracking the hell out of him.
Yeah. Overhand rights, left hooks, bullying him into the rope, snapping his head back. Like
saying that a nigga can't punch is a cop out.
But I've seen. I don't know if you remember.
Why get lit up then?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember Pat the fight his first loss to Jermaine Ortiz, Nahir Albright. He arguably that was a draw. He probably arguably didn't even really lose that fight. It was pretty even of a fight to me against Jermaine Ortiz. He's a good fighter.
Albright. Yeah, I mean Albright's he's a product of the Philly gyms. Like Albright knows how to fight, and he proved it too. Like it basically got to be more. It was bully boxing. Like all he had to do was just walk dude down and and then it took Calvin like maybe a couple rounds to adjust to that counter right, that counter overhand right that Albright kept on landing on him, and it was just like God damn, he's beating his ass. And then you see Keyshawn and his brothers like they had the saltiest, looks like they drank some seawater, like they was mad salty, like the nigga, all that whooping and carrying on, that shit disappeared like a motherfucker, man. You know, and yeah, I think Calvin managed to inflict a cut on dude's eye, which only made Albright fight harder and whoop his ass. Like, yeah, in that 10th round, when he did that spin into a hook and actually landing on dude's shoulder and shit, I'm like, okay, like if you can pull that bullshit off, you know you won this damn fight. And I could tell, like the judges, I know were really trying to give.
I had a feeling it was going to be a draw. I had a feeling, but luckily I was wrong.
Yeah. Only one of them cards was a draw, and that was no fucking draw because I find it hard to even give like 2 rounds to even give to Calvin Davis.
The most
much less
fucking that bad?
Maybe
yeah.
3, maybe 3.
Yeah, he whooped his ass like.
Okay, let me ask you this: who looked worse, Caleb Plant or this nigga?
I'd say Calvin Davis looked worse.
Yeah, Davis looked worse.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh wow! You know how bad he had to look then? Because I thought Caleb Plant looked awful.
Dude, Calvin legitimately like damn near got blanked. Like he won one.
And he got hurt.
round.
He got hurt and stunned a good amount, like, at least 5 times. He got hit, stunned 5 times at least.
Oh,
yeah. Yo, LB, you need to watch the fight. Like bro got his ass whooped. Like it was a clear ass whooping. Like
damn.
And the fight thing too, and it's just like. You know, them niggas and Keyshawn and Keon, they were salty as hell. You know what I'm saying? But Albright, though, he didn't even brag about that shit. Like, you know, he's like, yeah, I got this. And, you know, I want to be, I want to get champion, all that stuff. Like, he kept it real, you know, he kept it real professional.
No, I'm a fan of Albright. I'm a big fan now. He seems like a good dude. I look forward to actually seeing him fight again. You know,
I was laughing because I see on his Instagram after the fight, like the next day or that night, he was on Instagram live fucking singing, and somebody was like, "Man, Kelvin, you got bodied by a singing nigga."
Hey, bro got vocals though. He got a YouTube channel. Yeah. Somebody sent it in my chat. Somebody like he can actually sing. Like he sings better than some of these R&B niggas that came out now. I'm not even lying.
That part, like I thought he could just sing a little, but he actually could sing.
Yeah. Meek Miller put him on.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to sound that good.
Meek Miller, some Philly rapper, need to get him on a hook. Hook their brother up. Let him get a chorus or something. Let him get a chorus.
I mean, he has some notoriety. So I mean, hey, if he wants to expand his brand, like you know, that'll probably be the thing for him to do. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get a track with him and Francis Cruz Dezern, you know, for the culture.
I mean, his bio says he's a singer. First, you know, it's like I also box type of shit. That's like his passion, you know what I'm saying? Singing and shit.
But Albright is a talented to sing and to actually punch niggas in the head for a living, yo. That's a talented nigga right there. You know?
Yeah. And so he like one of them old school Motown niggas that don't take shit from nobody. Then he just ain't got the personality.
But the crazy, I hope he's active because he ain't fought since that Keyshawn fight. He hasn't fought since that.
No, he fought in that TCL shit.
Oh, the TCL, yeah, he fought. Yeah, I'm talking about actual pro fight. Yeah,
actual. But you know, he's been. I mean, if he wasn't active at all, and you know, I bet Kelvin, yo, you need to stop boxing. Like, Kelvin Davis boxing is not for him. Like seriously, like he shouldn't. Like I mean, his brothers
need to be the road manager or something.
Seriously,
yeah,
be their bodyguard or some shit like that.
Because he got KO'd. He got KO'd really. I mean, he got knocked. He got stunned really bad. I remember on Top Rank against a bum. And I hate to use the word bum, but it was like a can, and he got stunned really bad on a Top Rank fight. You know,
dude. The talent didn't. The talent. I mean, he's there because he's the whole DB3 shit. But yeah, dude ain't as a boxer. Yeah, he shit as a boxer. Like. You know, and I feel like any top 10 fighter would pretty much put this foot in it. Probably top 15, maybe top 20. Like he's terrible.
God damn. We're just gonna be like, well, maybe the worst sparring partner for the nigga in the top 20 could beat his ass.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly,
God damn, like how bad is it going? Like, yeah, so I'm hearing all this. Yeah, he probably need to just step away then.
Yeah, but you know, and of course the events will kind of set the tone for what happened later, and we'll get to that though. But I will definitely got to talk about Abdullah Mason and Jeremiah Nakathila. Now, Talk now.
What up, Earn with Hearn? Salute.
Erwin, douchebag 3, DB3. Yeah,
I saw someone say down bad 3. You know what I'm saying? Down bad 3.
yeah, that's up there, yo.
But in all this though, I'd say though, Abdullah Mason, he got his first top ranked main event by default. But originally they wanted him to go for the title against Edwin De Los Santos, which would have been a hell of a fight though. But I can understand not taking that.
He should have took that chance the way De Los Santos looked, man.
Yeah, but I get it, but they didn't train for him, and he's, it's still. And his performance, I liked how he was really, defensively responsible, not looping his shots, but it would be too much of a risk at this point for him.
Dude, nah, man. Look, bro, if you're that nigga, sometimes you gotta take a risk like this. Like, this would have been a calculated risk. Like, look. Dude, he would have literally took the shine Keyshawn was supposed to get. He would have destroyed De Los Santos. De Los Santos looked like he would have been knocked out in 2 rounds. He was drained. Mm-hmm. He didn't he's rusty. That was supposed to be his showcase after Keyshawn fumbled.
No, Mason probably would have won. Mason would have won. I feel like, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was supposed to be his show. It's like Top Rank was like, fuck it, we gotta showcase one of these niggas at least. We trying to get that deal with ESPN, right? Like, who we got? You, Mason. And I'm gonna just fight the dude I trained for, and I can respect that. It's cool, but sometimes you gotta, take that little risk, a little chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely happened where people have given like a couple of days notice, like, hey, man, you're gonna fight for a title. And shit like that. I mean, shit. That's what happened to the motherfucker that beat Billy Dibb. Well, he was on vacation, and then it was like 7 days before. He was like, "Hey,
God damn, that's a name I ain't heard in a minute."
Yeah, I like I said before, Billy Dibb was part of the worst main event I've ever seen in my whole life in live.
I don't know what 50 Cent was thinking when he signed dude, bro.
Yeah, he had the title. That was the whole reason why he signed that dude. And
he signed him because Floyd wanted him. Floyd originally wanted him for his little thing. So
the fuck was Floyd thinking? I mean, just switch to cross out 50 name. What the fuck did Floyd see?
Yeah, it was bad, dude. Yeah, because
Floyd wanted both Billy Dibb and Gamboa, which Gamboa is understandable.
But shouts out Billy Dibb, because I remember his story of cancer. It was kind of sad, always thinking on my timeline, and he got the best of cancer. So at least that's a salute to him, I guess.
I mean, at first, I didn't mind him when he first came out, and then he just started having shit fight after shit fight after shit fight, and then it was
that's what kidded. I could excuse you for an ugly style once or twice, but you can't have some wise pet abusing.
Yeah, get this Aussie Drake motherfucker off my TV at this point. That's what it turned into. All right,
and that turned into 50's biggest boxing L. Like it was so bad. Like it was like borderline hilarious. But yeah,
and then dude was on Twitter, damn, talking shit to 50. Like, y'all should have never signed. He couldn't do no. In my head, I'm like, bro, like even you being associated with 50 Cent was more for your career than anything else you've done. Like,
exactly.
Like you don't have a string of knockouts or explosive highlights and shit that people want to see, bro. Like these niggas got to stop thinking they're Hamed, bro. Just because you got the little, Punjabi haircut or whatever the fuck y'all call them shits, man, and y'all Middle Eastern, you're not fucking Hamed, yo.
Yeah. He definitely was no goddamn Hamed.
Yeah, it's cool he inspired y'all, but like y'all can't fight like him, man. Like. And we do this with Roy Jones. Like, we didn't like when Pascal used to do that stupid shit. Like, y'all can't fight like these niggas.
For everyone using Floyd's Philly shell, it's like everyone can't do it.
That too, like shit.
But yeah, I digress though. But yeah, it's just but it's sometimes you miss the shots that you don't take. But I understand that he wants to fight Nakathila. Nakathila was there, he trained, and Nakathila still had air of danger around him though. But I think this fight, pretty much let us know for sure that Nakathila probably shouldn't get licensed anymore because that his footwork was, as soon as Mason started tagging him, with some combinations. That dude's footwork got shakier than a bitch. Like,
God damn.
And Mason, though, I will say this though, Mason
Top rank losing they touch with these cards.
The funny thing is too is like, I mean, Mason and like Pilot said though, Mason fought more defensively responsible. That was the thing. Like there was no fucking around. Like he kept his hand glued to his face. Like he smothered dude shots, and he got hit with some shots though, but nothing that'll make him do stanky leg or make him go down on one knee like he did with that dumb Dominican cat. So it was definitely an improvement. And of course, I know I saw people low key saying
Go ahead. P. No, go ahead.
And I saw people low key getting at Shakur. I was like, I
was just about to say, I was gonna say, listen, like I was watching Nakathila, and like I started to think, I'm like, I don't understand why the fuck this dude, because Shakur was like, well, he hits so hard. He's got all this power. And I'm watching him fight, and I'm just like, I'm not seeing this fucking amazing, scary fucking power that Shakur is talking about. Like,
any nigga who don't want to get hit says everybody hits hard, bro.
And I'm not saying
one of them truths, man.
I'm not saying dude doesn't have pop, because Nakathila can crack, but like this outer worldly power that he fucking exaggerated up. I'm watching him.
Shakur act like that nigga was damn Acelino Freitas or somebody. Like, the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So I'm like, that tells me a lot about Shakur.
Yeah,
Shakur, that nigga's a scary ass nigga.
Yeah, it was just bad too, because like I said, Mason. I mean, I know the other people that got rid of him took 2 rounds. It took Mason about 4. But Mason was beating dude's ass like it was nobody's business, and he was moving forward. Like there was no ring around the road, there was no running. Dude stayed in the pocket, defensively responsible, and beat dude's ass like it was
his guard was up, and he wasn't throwing looping shots, which I always thought he swung a little wide. I think those 2 knockdowns that he suffered in that fight, I think that helped him a lot.
Yeah. They most likely, they definitely, I know, because his father, they probably worked on his defense a whole lot. Because look, we can't get you being dropped by no bullshit. Like you got tying up, in this shit.
But I'm glad he didn't sacrifice his offense for it though, because too many of these niggas, when you tell them, hey man, you got to be more defensive aware,
I mean,
defensively aware.
He was a little I mean, his offense didn't really look as aggressive, but it was still aggressive enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all. It got to be aggressive enough if he got him out of there in 4 rounds. That's what I'm saying. Like he still made it happen. Like a lot of these niggas, they start getting. You tell them get defensive sound, and that means throw less punches.
Right.
You say slip punches, they hear throw less. You say move around, jab more, they hear throw less. That's all you see.
Mm-hmm.
That's why niggas love it when Inoue get dropped or when Trinidad get, because these niggas get up and they start throwing more hands.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was really good to see Mason. Like I said, he's only like 20 years old, but that was a mature performance by dude. Like he got, like, he didn't fuck around. He got, like, it was a stoppage. He got him up out of there. He busted dude's eye. He had him on Queer Street. Like, dude was, Nakathila was thoroughly beaten up. And Mason again, like he got on the mic. He was like, yeah, thank you, Norfolk, for coming there. I hope y'all can come to Ohio when I have my big fight show. Like, dude is like the consummate professional. Like, so, like, and hopefully Top Rank, like, I mean, does something with him. Like, this, like, okay, you know what, we got a young man here, and he's about his business and everything like that.
Hopefully they have ESPN to still do this with.
That's also facts.
Now with this, because it's different if he would have, and I'm not shitting on Mason for this. He did what he did, like, you know what I'm saying. But the only way to have salvaged that, if he would have fought De Los Santos instead, won the title and knocked him out, then you would have had articles about like a new star is born out of this, that. I get it, but unfortunately for Top Rank, that ain't happened. Let me answer her question real quick. Greg Hackett said Keyshawn might have missed weight on purpose because he kept hearing how hard De Los Santos punches.
And that could be a thing. De Los Santos, for shortcomings, I mean, I mean,
Yeah,
just
but I want to mention I clipped this. Greg Hackett also said De Los Santos might be better than Tank or tougher than Tank. So I don't know. But
well, Greg Hackett. I mean, I mean, I don't trust his analysis
yeah,
all that much.
no.
I said him say that one time. He was like, De Los Santos might be more dangerous. And
Man, niggas be overrating the fuck out of De La Santos.
they do. They overrate, but he can punch. But they do overrate.
He can punch, but God, nigga, this is boxing. A whole bunch of motherfuckers can punch.
I mean, like I
And
said,
we know you don't need to be able to punch to win a fucking fight. So all this shit is like,
yeah. I mean, De Los Santos.
I just don't like when a nigga be scary like that on the like you missing. Like I get what you're saying, her. Like what dude is saying that. Oh yeah, you mean just weigh a little. But bro, nah, bro. Like 4 pounds. You that damn scared of him? What about your power? Look how big you are.
Yeah, and yeah, it was not a good look at all. It was just it was just like De Los Santos is like that dude was coming back from a major sickness, and so like, De Los Santos, like I said, he came out smelling like smelling like a bunch of roses and shit. Like dude is like dude is like pretty much like no one is blaming him for anything because it's like you know what, why take the fight and get your head knocked off and get your career trajectory changed? Because
I think he's still lucky though. Like I think going through this camp, he's figuring out like, yo, I can't do 135 no more.
Well, yeah, he needs to. I hope he comes back soon. He's an entertaining fighter, but
if you have to look like that to make weight, you shouldn't be at that weight anymore. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing niggas looking like fucking Skeletor and Beastmasters and all types of mythological monsters and shit, trying to fucking weigh in for these fights.
And niggas look like they can see all the bones in your body. Like that's not niggas not supposed
to. If I can use your rib cage as a fucking xylophone, you need to fucking move up.
Facts. But yeah, De Los Santos and then also Mason. I mean, Mason can at least for now looks like he can comfortably make 135. And like I said, I just hate though like his performance was good, but I just hate now it got outshadowed, by basically the last Crashout incident of the night. And I think it was Christina Poncher that was like, she tweeted, I can't believe I heard, I can't believe what I just heard. And I was like, what the? I was like, oh, and when I read that, I was like, oh no, somebody fucking crashed out. And then then you get the text, you get the tweets where Nahir Albright was, Keyshawn and Keon saw that man in his dressing room, and they had a couple words, and Keyshawn headbutted him, and they had a whole altercation in his dressing room.
You a boxer? Why you headbutting niggas in a street fight? Like Jesus, like.
And then Nahir, like he basically is interviewed later, and a little later, and then you see that dude has a whole knot on his forehead, a small Hasim Rockman type lump. Like it wasn't that big as Hasim Rockman's lump, but it was pretty noticeable over his eye, and he didn't catch that in
big
the
enough.
either. Yeah, it was noticeable enough.
I saw a picture. Someone said there was a little lump on that spot, but who knows?
Now he didn't catch that in the fight. That's for damn sure. Like dude, yeah, he had the cut eye, but there was definitely no lump. And Nahir pretty much said, yeah, they kind of accosted me, they attacked me, and niggas were talking about why you snitching, nigga. The fuck?
Oh my God, I seen that tweet too many fucking times. Like there was too many tweets about niggas snitching. Like bro, he just got jumped. Like he's the victim. The victim could never snitch.
Yeah.
And you don't think nobody else would have found out about that?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck you want to do? Like, just say
what are you supposed to do? Like, come on.
Real quick, do y'all find it weird though? Top Rank showed some of the footage and shit.
Oh yeah, they showed. Yeah,
this Top Rank, bro. They be showing everything.
I know you say dirty cameras and all that, but it is kind of weird that they did that.
Nah, that's not. Nah, they do dirty cameras. That's what they do. I mean, how many times have you heard me complain about the dirty cameras? Like when old boy that Matias killed, like they showed him damn near dying, like on the stretcher, throwing up.
I saw a man slowly die that night.
Yeah, exactly.
That and fucking Loma crying and Oscar Valdez crying and
and fucking
Teofimo doing sad solo backflips.
Yeah, and then Venado, like damn near had a brain bleed, and they had him like looking in his dressing room, like that's what they do. And that fight was out of control because basically it was just like once Albright's family heard what happened, like the nigga was out of control and Keyshawn was out of control. Like niggas had to keep holding him back, and then his kid almost got caught up in the bullshit and shit like that. Yeah, that shit was out of control. Like, and it's just
like, why is your kid in a stroller nearby? Like, why? Like, come on.
Yeah, crashing completely out, and it's just like, god damn, it's like, it's just one other thing is like, how much fuckery can one person get into in a whole weekend?
He literally was on the cusp of superstardom, and all that goodwill, all that momentum he got, pretty much gone. I mean, he still has a name. I think what Crawford and Bomac should do, if honestly, is threaten to kick him out of camp. I think maybe that'll get him back. Maybe that'll. They should really consider like talking to him and say, hey, like we're gonna get you out of here, man. You know what I'm saying, type of thing, and see if that'll get him back right. You know what I mean. I think that's really the only option I feel like the best for him.
But the funny thing is too is it's just weird because I mean obviously dude said he had mental health issues and you see in this momentum you seen him do good and all of a sudden you see this because this crash out just literally makes no fucking sense of how badly he crashed out
at all. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it was just like come on, like just like Rome said, like we were all rooting for him because we were like it would be disappointing if he lost, but now none of us could expect that this motherfucker would be doing what he was doing now. It's just like. And I think LB, you had that tweet earlier today about how these young fighters can't maintain their momentum. Like all they do is just like they just like they fuck up, they fuck up big time.
Yeah, nah, the whole I know what you're talking because I had a couple tweets about this shit. It's just like right now, boxing is just trying its hardest and failing to just create and cultivate superstars in the damn. Like in the sport, like whenever we get someone that's close and they're doing all the right things, doing all the right knockouts, all the right opponents, they either fuck it up somehow themselves or the industry or somebody else fucks it up. It's like we can't get nobody to be a star, like ever.
Like no, and his was so organic. It was just like, come on, like
I can think of 3 examples right off top. In the ring, out the ring. Shakur, I felt like his performance with De Los Santos kind of stopped him a little bit. The Ryan Garcia popping for PEDs, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ryan Garcia after he beat Haney,
and that was a 2-for-1. Like we lost Ryan Garcia and
we lost Haney too. We lost Haney too, and then now obviously with the Keyshawn shit.
And then remember, Teofimo just can't stop being a fucking racist,
a corny ass,
corny.
But did y'all see Teo with his video after
Yeah, no, I'm tired of this dude. This dude, like, if nothing else, he's a fucking dork. Like, I just can't. I even like. I mean, I'm not saying that anybody could ignore the racism, but even if you take away the flagrantly racist shit he says. Just at heart, he's a fucking dweeb, and it's just so cringe.
It's corny. Like racism's bad, but racism can be funny. We all know racism can be funny at times.
And he's not funny. He thinks he's funny.
Archie Bunker, he is not.
Yeah, like he trying to be on some shock jock Howard Stern shit, and it's stupid. Like
you can't even do that right. It's like. He has no personality other than trying so hard to be cool and impress you. And it just comes off so fucking corny. Like Tank, the only real star that we kind of have. But the thing is with Tank, he kind of took too long to fight the right opponents where like,
some people say you're still not fighting the right opponents.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get that. Like, but even then, like, look at everybody else is going on. So it's like we can't just all blame Tank.
No, I mean, time was on Tank's side. Tank had ample of time to correct the ship, and he did. So now it's everybody else's turn to follow suit. But it's like nobody else.
And it looked like Keyshawn was right there, and then boom.
But it's these setbacks, like, and it's like
and that's what I mentioned about the whole. Like the passing of the torch narrative is like done in boxing, but like that's one of the old traditions in boxing that it really can't leave because once it leaves, the sport stagnates and it's like it is right now. You always gotta have the new gotta get rid of the old, or the old gotta tell you we good enough to stay here with the new. And we're not getting that in boxing enough. We're getting, hey, the old wants to stick around and just be old.
And they're being
with the
protected.
other old niggas.
And they're being protected.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can only, like, these niggas, like, bro, if Crawford ain't had a Canelo fight in the horizon, he would have retired. Trust me. He don't want no more work at 154.
Yeah, like a guy like Boots would have never gotten a chance, or Virgil.
And that's happening now. Like, dude, like, look, if we still had the same boxing structure with the media and how just the narratives going with the passing of the torch, we would have had Boots versus damn Crawford by now.
And Benavidez Canelo.
Of course. We would have had Benavidez Canelo first. Yeah. We would have had goddamn, maybe would have had Ortiz Crawford. We would have had Crawford would have fought at least Ortiz or Boots.
Both of them, yeah.
I think the last even one of them would suffice.
I think the last true passing of the torch, even in the loss, kind of was Floyd to Canelo, because at least Floyd fought Canelo and gave him the rub.
Yeah, but we don't get those no more.
That's the last true passing of a torch. You know, the older all-time great or legend or great, you know, of that era fighting up and coming. You know, it's not the same no more.
But
you know?
Canelo whole ass. He don't want to put himself in Floyd's shoes and give and pass the torch. Because the thing is, he afraid he might lose. And who wants to be a boxer that's involved in 2 passing of the torch fights and you ain't win one of them?
That's facts. So yeah,
like that's horrible. Yeah, and that's how the game is looking right now. Like, you know, Keyshawn had the chance and he fumbled it. Yeah. And now what we got on the horizon for boxing?
So basically it's just like, you know, once, I mean, that because certain eras are starting to come to an end. You know, I mean,
and nothing's coming up to replace these certain eras. Like, you know, we're not getting any stars. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Do y'all want more celebrity boxing? Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean that's the reason why influencer boxing became what it is today. Like that shit should have been niche. Now that
Jake Paul basically took all the shine.
Yeah. Now it's the influencer boxing, celebrity boxing, all that shit. Because boxing is having, you know, boxing has the B levels that will still work hard, but you need the superstars to make the B levels get that type of views.
And the thing, Keyshawn, I always say, I know he had the the skills, of course, you know, the amateur Olympic pedigree, but he got the gift of gab. Like he got a personality on the mic. You know, a guy like Mason, great fighter and everything, he's a little boring on the mic. You know, and I think, you know, in order to be a star, you gotta be able to.
But to be fair,
he's young.
He's young. Yeah,
Mason still has time to grow into his talk.
But I'm just saying, like Mason.
But I mean, remember at this age, Tank wasn't a talker either. He was.
Tank was worse. Like we thought he was
worse. Tank was worse. But that's Tank's. The way Tank's marketed, he's like a rapper, so he's like quote unquote cool and low key and quiet anyway. So his talking doesn't matter.
But the thing was that like I remember he would try to talk and
he sounded like he was retarded.
I'm not gonna say he was. I'm not gonna go that far, but he was very mush mouth. Like at least with Abdullah speaks clear and concise, and you understand what he's saying, and you believe what he's saying. It's just a matter of him getting to just get more comfortable and showing more personality.
And this is where you got a great promoter comes in and puts Mason in positions to, you know, showcase his personality and everything. Because sometimes you don't have to be the best speaker or the most articulate to have a great personality.
Yeah, it's funny I'll say that because he's similar in the sense where, because he has the same exact height and reach as Crawford and Boots, exactly, like 5'9", 74-inch reach. But also in terms of the mic skills, he's similar. You know, when on the, you know, when interviews and everything, he's similar to Crawford and Boots, where they just kind of are cut and dry. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean Mason. Mason,
they're not cutting, bro. Boots is like cool. Like I don't think
Boots has some personality.
Yeah, Boots. You could definitely. Boots comes across like a guy who just loves boxing and training, and he's just happy to be there, and he'll let you know.
And what were you saying about Crawford? Hold up, what were you saying about Crawford?
I'm just saying, like both of those guys, they aren't the most, they aren't shit talkers, but like you said, they're they're.
Oh
they're
no,
clear concise.
hold on.
Crawford's a fucking shit talker, bro.
No.
You've been missing his damn victory lap.
Crawford's a shit talker.
Well, now, yeah, Crawford.
No.
Crawford's been a shit talker.
No.
He's been one, bro.
He didn't just become a shit talker now. The thing is now he gets to talk and be himself. Because before, when he first came up, he was having to talk like this cookie cutter corporate man that like that guy that's like, okay, he's gotta talk a certain way because he's gonna be a star, so he can't talk the way he wants to talk. So no, it didn't fit him. But when Crawford got to talk the way it can actually talk and his personality, oh yeah, he's got plenty of personality.
I mean, and personally, I see nothing wrong with how Mason talks. Mason's only 20 years old. Like, you don't want to. I mean, like, he's a confident.
I'm just saying.
Y'all want this nigga to be speaking as great as Keith Thurman right off the bat.
But I'm just saying, Keyshawn is the way his crossover appeal obviously is because he can also, his interviews are very, his personality is pretty, in terms of.
I mean, I get it. Look, he could be a star. He might not could be a superstar, but he could be a star. Like, this is the thing. Everybody don't have to be Floyd, Canelo, Anthony Joshua. Like, you could be Cotto, you could be Shane Mosley, you could be the other A-level stars too, like, right. and make money. Like, and just think about it. Remember, we used to have all these names. Who are these names now? Like,
yeah, fact.
You can't even make a dude. Remember, you used to make super fights that didn't involve Pacquiao, Floyd, and De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening now?
You're right. No, you're right.
Like, we don't even have a Cotto, or the closer thing we got to Cotto now is Berlanga. And come on, really?
Yeah.
Chris Brand, what it do? Salute. Yeah, Keyshawn fucked up. Yeah, he had it right there. Like, literally, bro. He dropped the keys before even opening up the car.
Yeah.
Like, the car was airdropped right in front of him, and he just fucked it up. Fights are too spread out now as well. Yeah. See, that's Android, salute. What it do? That's another problem. Like, fights are either too fucking congested and on top of each other in one weekend, or they're too fucking spread out. Like, all right, we're gonna have a big fight in January, then the next one is gonna be April. Like, the fuck? Okay, we got this nice Cinco de Mayo weekend, but you know what? Let's have a Japanese card fight. Let's. I know the Matchroom got a card. Let's all have them on Cinco de Mayo week. Like, dude, like, it's just boxing just can't get out its own way, bro.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just like, and even with people who are quality, who are quality operators, and they get outshadowed by unnecessary fuckery, and then it's just like, I mean, Keyshawn, like I said, I hope several people are giving him talks. I know Kelvin, the one who didn't do anything, had to issue an apology on behalf of his brothers and shit, even though he wasn't involved, because I think he understood, because he's the oldest, that that this wasn't a good look for his brand, especially since the superstar nigga in that brand is is out here just acting a fool, like it wasn't
making sure y'all niggas can eat and get on, like.
Yeah. Yeah, and it makes it worse too, because obviously, as you mentioned before, Top Rank, next month Top Rank is unless it's like a last minute, Top Rank will be off ESPN, and I know Top Rank is trying to find some way of kind of shopping its stars, and it would have been great to have had Keyshawn fight De Los Santos and defend this title and have the celebrity people in there, because Top Rank, it's been a while since Top Rank even had that type of look from any of its fighters.
Yep, and then look what happened. Yeah, and that's another point though. Like too many young niggas, they start looking good a little bit, and they start being too invested into the business part of boxing too early.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it, you have a brand and everything, but at a certain point, you supposed to just fucking fight, win. Mm-hmm. Then you kind of gradually get into like, gotta make sure my brand is this, that. Like, this nigga Keyshawn was getting all this businessman shit. Like, bro, chill, nigga. Like,
Yeah, that
make
business.
sure you making weight and knocking niggas out.
Yeah, that dude needs to retire that businessman nickname. Because first, I thought that shit was a stupid nickname, anyways. Like
it is like who the fuck? Like you Geese Howard or somebody? Who the fuck are you? You a businessman fighter, nigga? Like that's just corny as hell. Like I'm tired of these niggas focus on the business that much. Like y'all not like looking as great as y'all can look and handling the boxing part. They be focused so much on the business part. That's why I salute Denzel Bentley when he said, you know, I gotta let my team go over it. You know, that's what I got them for. Like some of y'all niggas need a team, or you start listening to your team because you know, focus on the fucking boxing, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like
we shouldn't be having all these niggas missing. I can't remember a year or an era of boxing where it seemed like somebody was missing weight like every other fight, like every month. Every significant fight, like somebody's missing weight somehow. Keyshawn, hometown sellout on the line, top-ranked network on the line, another step closer to becoming a star on the line, and could have taken advantage of a UFC pay-per-view failed main event. Yeah, when you put it like that, this nigga fucked up royally. Like,
I mean,
ain't no way.
It's that the nonsense is still trending, but like I said, it's a negative connotation. So it's not like it's trending like, you know, positively. It's like now you have to worry about Albright deciding whether or not he wants to file a lawsuit, you know, to just because of what happened. Because you know you can't be assaulting niggas in their dressing rooms like that. This ain't NWO, nigga. You can't be doing that. So I mean,
for real, like niggas thought they was gonna just run backstage with chairs and shit, like.
Yeah, like you know, niggas. Like I'm saying, them niggas needed to calm down. I get it. You were emotional. You didn't want your brother to get beaten up by someone who's like your nemesis. But yeah, like you know, his brother was the one who picked the dude. It wasn't like it was random. He picked that dude and he lost.
My whole thing is, if you feel that strong about it, better do like the Klitschko's. Get it back in the ring, bro.
Yeah, and Albright won. He said, "Look, I mean, we could we could do that. Like you know." You get it back in the ring, like and do that. And Albright, that was a 140 fight, and it's like, hey, you know, Keyshawn wants that 140 fade. You know, he knows where to find him. So yeah, do it.
And that's what make it look bad on Keyshawn, because dude, you know you want to go to 140 anyway. Like, why you fuck this up? Like y'all could have like this is the thing. Sometimes life will build opponents for you.
Mm-hmm.
And this could have been a good stay busy opponent type of fight after the De Los Santos.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would have had a backstory and everything, but nope, you fucked that up.
Yeah.
Unless y'all gonna force a rematch somehow. If y'all want to make this right, let this nigga get the payday.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I mean, of course, it'll be to be determined on where it's going to air. Since you know I'm all for Keyshawn Davis, not here Albright too. But now it just depends now where it's going to air now and who.
I mean, look, if we could get them niggas, Haney and Ryan Garcia to agree to a second fight, then I'm sure, because I didn't think that was going to happen. I'm sure they could get these dudes to agree to a second fight, but it just real ugly way how to go about it. Like
it is.
Like a second fight shouldn't come up like this, but if it's there. You know what? Maybe that's the only way you could truly make this right, is to make a second fight, make sure Albright gets all the promo and all this. And, you know, I know Caleb Plant had his redemption tour. Well, yeah, Keyshawn, maybe you need one too.
Yeah.
Redeem yourself. The whole brothers, all of that. Get the sisters singing, everything. They get redeem your whole fucking family at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, God damn it! Because the funny thing was, I really wanted to be at that event too. And it was just like, God damn, like that just seemed like that was if that was what one top ranked card I wanted to be at, that was gonna be it. You know,
it looked like it would have been fun. It would have been lit, but
yeah,
like I don't know. And that's another thing you said with the event. Like, I remember Android showed me something the other day, and it was like a UFC fan experience, like boxing, like y'all could take some notes for certain shit, man. Like y'all don't want to do shit for the fans.
Funny thing too is when I went to Philly for Better Beef and Fosdick, they had Lomachenko and Usyk, there like you could talk to them, take pictures and shit like that. And I remember like Usyk and both speak more English than they let on. Lomachenko is almost fluent. Usyk is more fluent than he lets on. But Lomachenko did look like he didn't want to be there. He was very aloof, whereas Usyk was kind of engaging. He talked to niggas and stuff like that. So,
the Lomachenko stuck up ass, like, bro, like, shut the fuck up, nigga, and sign them autographs, nigga.
Yeah, and
who you think the viewers watching your fucking fights, nigga? See, and that's the point we got to get away from, bro. Like, motherfucker, like, y'all exist because we here watching you niggas. Like, god damn, like, motherfucker, but sign that shit. but see, I've been hearing other shit about like Lomachenko from Ukrainians, and yeah, Lomachenko don't really move right over there either.
Yeah, Lomachenko is he's a character. I'll say that. Just watching him, dude's just like Let's just say he might be someone. If he wasn't a world class boxer, you might want to like smack him. Like on some real shit. Just seeing him in that and just
see like he more unlikable than Viktor Chechenian.
Yeah. Like I was like, god damn, like I've never seen someone who's actively looking to be like, no, he doesn't want to talk to being so aloof for no fucking reason. And Usyk over here is being engaging with everybody. It's just like because
Usyk is what people thought Lomachenko was.
Exactly.
Bar for bar. That's what I was gonna say. Exactly.
Hey, what up, Rob? Salute. Yeah, we chilling, God. Talk about all these niggas fumbling in boxing.
Well, now with Mason though, because now that Murataya got elevated, now he's the whole IBF lightweight champion. So now basically they're trying to make a eliminator fight between Mason and then another English cat, just see who would be the Mando for that. And I hope Mason's team takes that fight and does what and does it and builds it, because I would love to see a Mason Murataya fight. But yeah, make that mandatory fight and do it if you didn't want to take the belt off Dos Santos that night. You got because that'll be more than enough to actually do it.
Yeah.
But
it has to be a good fight too.
Yeah, but the top rank. Yeah, like I said, top rank though. Like I said, now of course they're gonna be dealing with the fallout of this for a little bit, as Andrew said, because like I said, next month is the last month of their contract and the last card that might, that depending on where they go to, it might be the last on linear TV, which will probably be a whole nother conversation, and that would be like something I never thought that could happen. Yeah,
damn, but it's sad the way it's like nobody could convey the importance of what Keyshawn had on the line.
Yeah, nothing.
Like you afraid of De Los Santos' power that much? You just gonna like say fuck it? I'm an intentional like that shit just weak, man. Like I don't know, man. There's too many damn like stargazing in boxing, like worried about the other nigga too much instead about your own fucking skills, man. That's one thing I don't like this new era.
Yeah, I might need to start calling Keyshawn Davis Winky Wright, or just say Keyshawn Winky Davis, because that's a good substitute for the businessman then, because his business ain't it ain't adding up, bro. Like 1 + 1 = 3 shit. Like it ain't adding up at all.
And how many of these businessman ass niggas is getting into the Hall of Fame though? At least Winky's a Hall of Famer.
That is true. He just fucked up. He just fucked up at the end of his career.
Yeah, like these dudes not even getting there. That's like when people be like, "Oh, niggas Broner, like y'all niggas, like y'all Broner got somewhere. Like y'all niggas ain't even getting to the first level of Broner career, let alone to fights where he's in there with Malignaggi and shit. Like, come on.
Yeah, Broner got to the point where you could sell him as an A side or a B side. He just couldn't. He just couldn't. He couldn't get over the hump. So that was just, a
lot of these niggas, you can't sell them as the fucking A side, B or the C side.
Yeah, and that's where it goes. Like I said, because it's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna step up, and just actually becomes like the new. Like I said, because Canelo and them are almost out the door. Monster is gonna be out the door in about 5 years at the most, give or take. You know,
Yeah.
Crawford is going to be out the door probably within a couple of years. Usyk is going to be out the door in a couple of years. Joshua is probably going to be out the door in a couple of years. Like these are your biggest draws. Tank, who even knows how long he's going to be fighting because he's already showing signs he doesn't even want to do this shit anymore. Pretty much.
Yeah. Like nobody, like we're gonna get an era of boxing where it's just gonna just be like it's just gonna be fights on TV and apps.
Like, I'll say this too.
Some of them might have some names, but it's gonna get to a real hardcore bubble in boxing is gonna happen. Like where
I will say this though.
Yeah.
The B levels for sure will probably start showing out more for better or for worse because they honestly they've been doing that for the last couple of years now. The B levels
that's true, but now it's on the promoters to like start handpicking a few of these B-siders and elevating them to like, wait, hold on, this guy, you know, he's in good fights, he's good competitive, this is that personality. Yeah, let's kind of see if we can kind of throw him in there with someone else better, you know, kind of cultivate it, like how somebody like a Abraham Nova type of person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that's what they got to do because it's like you leave it up to the A-listers, and they'll fuck it up every time somehow.
Yeah, you know, that's the case though.
I mean, I think I want to mention on the last point. I think these paydays the guys getting, they, you know, like the turkey paydays, even like just the paydays these guys are getting aren't you know, for their level, is they're just kind of content. I guess they don't need, because you look at the build up for the NYC card. Like there was nobody tried, but besides Teal, the one that's doesn't get the payday. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the only one that at least tried to, you know, be entertaining during the whole lead up. You know what I mean?
Oh, Barbosa was.
I've talked about fighters getting the bag too early for a minute. I mean, it's been a thing in boxing for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's really, dude. Like honestly, boxing might be a little too financially rewarding for some of these niggas.
Yeah, because it seemed like now, because back
No
then,
hunger.
Yeah, because back then when it was an issue, when people got paid issues, like you saw them fall. Like let's just say I'll use Lou DiBella paying some members of the 2000 Olympic boxing team, like especially Ricardo Williams. Because remember that he gave that nigga a fucking $1 million signing bonus. And what did that nigga do? Nigga started he couldn't get into shape. Nigga was El Pollo Valenzuela beat his ass, took his zero. And then dude got into like using his money for drugs and shit, and caught a prison sentence for that shit. You know, it's like, you know, it was bad. Or Michael Bennett, who I keep bringing up, you know, got the bag and couldn't get by Jobbers. Jobbers were airing him out in one round, shit like that. Like it was yeah. But then you saw the consequence because, you know, it was basically letting nature take its course with their careers. And now it's like now they're getting the back of it, but they're protected, you know. And it's like, you know, if you tell them to take a hard fight, it's like, oh, why do I need to take this hard fight for? It's the money. Like I'm not trying to rock the money boat, you know. And they'd
be like, yo, I fought the other dude for that much, so if I fought him for that, then and he's better, then I need to get paid more. I'm like, bro, like, how about you just got overpaid last time, and here's what you really supposed to be getting now against this quality nigga. Take it or leave it, like. These dudes they don't want to fucking challenge themselves.
Yeah, like I mean, there's only a few fighters in here that's actually worth their bread. Like, you know, if I hear Monster getting a Saudi Arabian bag, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, he's getting the bag. All right, yeah, he's doing what he's doing. Like he's firing on all cylinders. Why not? Or Joshua, you hear Usyk, like, oh yeah, Usyk's getting a bag. Okay, cool, yeah, he's getting a bag. All right, far out. You know what I mean? But it's just like. But you get a Berlanga who's getting a bag for just being a fucking loser, and then you realize that, you know, this shit is, you know, that the whole shit is fucked up. Like the whole game is getting fucked up with the financial.
Yeah, check this out. Listen, the B-sides will be bigger than before, especially with TKO. TKO is going to convince the general public that your Blair Cobbs and Joet Gonzalez's are all-time greats. But they will though. Watch, they would. Cause look how they do to them, the Sean O'Malley ass niggas. Like, dude would get his ass whooped at motherfuckers who box at Crunch. Like, let alone the Devin Haney and niggas who train at Gleason's or Floyd's. Like, come on, bro, really?
Yeah.
Some of the most rudimentary boxing skills I've ever seen in my life, and niggas be parading this motherfucker.
The game is gonna be different too, unless, like I said, some of the promoters start floating up new talent and marketing them as like being next and putting them in fights where a passing of a torch can absolutely happen.
Yeah, the passing of the torch definitely has to come back in boxing because you don't have, like, you got too many people expecting certain fights to happen, like the general public, and they never materialize, and it stagnates the sport because then it just people stop caring. Like maybe more people would have been acceptable for Crawford Canelo as a swan song if these niggas would have beat Benavidez and Boots or Ortiz already.
Yeah.
But no one wants to see y'all do that fight when y'all ops is right there on point. Like that's the thing was killing boxing. Like y'all trying to tell us what are the big fights, and the public been telling y'all the big fights they want to see for years, but y'all just ignore it and say, no, we want to play money man. Like we want to do this. We want to have these niggas fight each other. Like, yeah, that's y'all can't do boxing like that no more. Like y'all, when the public gets behind these boxers, and they ready for that fight, y'all better make that fight.
Exactly.
If you wait too long, these niggas gonna fuck it up for themselves, or somebody's gonna duck them.
Yeah. So
and then you just end up, having your fingers crossed, hoping a guy like Boots could get a Stanionis fight.
Facts.
Like that's what and we love that fight, great fight, whatever, good matchup, but you can't compare that to damn, some of these other fights we could have gotten with that name.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And it's a kind of a segue into the next, an upcoming fight this weekend, where we have an attempt of someone who, who's in the part where he's probably getting the most attention he's got in his career right now, but they're trying to see what they can do to kind of cross him over, and Lord knows they are trying. Of course, I'm talking about Richardson Hitchins and George Kambosos. Now it's funny too. It's funny too. The roles, like Hitchins, for the most part, technically sound, has a jab, has a problem going into second gear to get rid of his opponents.
Second gear, what's that?
Yeah,
exactly. LA gears.
But Hitchins, you can. But considering where he was before, I mean, dude used to be on Showbox and Mayweather Promotions. But dude was never a priority like that. So, he asked for his release, and then he goes with Eddie, and Eddie's pretty much,
Nigga never fought like it was a priority.
Never. Like all those damn Showbox cards that he was on, and it was just like, oh, never. And then
no spectacular moments or nothing.
Yeah. And Eddie, to his credit, got him to a title shot, which unfortunately the title winning effort was not the most appealing to watch at all, but it got the job done.
He got the job done.
So basically now he's getting a hometown fight in New York, and they've been trying to market him as such against Kambosos, who's now apparently is definitely in his paid opponent role. And this is a guy that was once the king at 135, pretty much, but. Ever since the Teofimo, like no one ever. I know LB, you talk about Crawford on his victory lap. Kambosos has definitely been on his victory lap, a longer one at that. Because like dude, because it's amazing to me how he's still getting big fights. Like after the Haney fights, it should have been like, okay, let's kind of rebuild him. But then it got to the point where even the rebuilding fights were hard for him. Like it was just.
I mean, they tried. Like they would think, like, okay, you could beat Matt Hughes. What was it, Matt Hughes, right?
Yeah, Maxie Hughes. Yeah,
Maxie Hughes. I know it's Hughes something. Okay, yeah, Maxie. You could beat Maxie Hughes. Failed. But we'll bail them out.
Yeah, Then of course he gets Lomachenko, and then it's like, okay,
Lomachenko that we thought was going to retire.
Yeah, and Lomachenko beats his ass like he stole something.
The nigga made Lomachenko look like he was in his prime.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, man, we can't keep him at 135 anymore. We got to move him up to 140. And then his last fight too was he had his opponent replaced, and that opponent gave him such a hard fight that Eddie was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna sign you. you know how wild that shit is. Yeah. Kambosos is in a situation where he's pretty much ripe to be. And funny, Kambosos has made a lot of money being in this role, like for better or for worse. He's made a lot of bread. So basically, now for this fight, Hitchins should get him up out of there. It's there. Like he should get him up out of there.
He really should, bro. He really should, for real.
Yeah, like this is if this was a fight, because I know Hitchins has been kind of active. Hitchins has been calling out people. Hitchins has been going back and forth with Devin Haney, with Tiafimo, talking shit. And and Richardson can talk some shit though, but his fighting doesn't back it up.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't be talking all this shit. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna do this, and then you go and have a pillow fight every time around.
Hitchins got to see like we're talking about WWE, like Mike skills. Hitchins and Keyshawn, they got they can cut a promo. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, in the ring,
his promo, like he can cut a promo. He can talk. The biggest problem with Hitchins is I hear him talk and I don't believe him. So it ruins everything. It ruins everything you say when you're not believable.
Right, and of course, Hitchins obviously had his little against Lemos, who came into that ring in shape, and Lemos arguably beat him. And Hitchins got a gift that night, and Hitchins has not shown interest in running that back. Oh no! Now he's lucky because Lemos's name is Mud right now, so he kind of dodged that bullet, But Hitchins is now at the point where Hitchins, I mean, he's a champion in a quality division, and obviously he's not a person. And most champions don't really call his name up because he's not a person attracted to fight because of his style of fighting.
Because he don't make statements when he fight, man. And Android's right. Like Hitchins needs to make a statement. Like we need something. We need a main event to end positive.
Right. And now Hitchins. So Hitchins now he's fighting in his hometown. Like this, I mean, I'm hoping this motivates.
Oh, they back in New York.
Yeah.
Damn, the last set of fights we had in New York were sorry as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, but luckily there were no New Yorkers there. None of them niggas were New Yorkers. So I mean, Hitchins is like, I mean, you want to, you getting, you're at the Knicks playoff game. You're getting those, you get introduced and shit like that. You better fight like, you understand that you're fighting niggas that are trying to make you a star there. So does anyone think that he can get Kambosos up out of there, or will try?
He can, but he won't.
Yeah, Hitchins is on my. Hitchins is on my Haney Shakur. I'm gonna predict a KO until it finally actually happens. So yes, I'm gonna pick Hitchins to get him out of there.
What round?
Round 7. I'll say around 9. It'll be a corner kind of stoppage type of thing or something. Yeah, round 9.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my common sense is saying that Hitchins will probably wash dude, and maybe he might knock him down, But Kambosos, for all his faults, he is tough, and
he's tough. But Hitchins don't put punches together like that to really get a stoppage. I don't think he has a one punch power either to just clip him.
Yeah, and front things too is Kambosos is gonna be there all night, just staying damn near in front of him. He should be able to have some sort of right hand and just throw this shit. Because he throws 1-2s. That's he doesn't throw company, but he can throw 1-2. That might be all it takes, because Kambosos, he busts up easily. Just do that and give him some cuts. Try to stop him. The illusion that you want to stop just doing the distance. My common sense is like I would put money on a decision over Hitchins, but I'm like probably I think he can stop him, but it's gonna take him a while to stop it. Like if Hitchins stops him before 5, that means he was training right and someone motivated him properly to do it.
He
So
has
what's
the
the odds
ability.
on this? Because I still don't see
definitely has-
that.
He has the ability because Kambosos has no business being at 140, and Hitchins is pretty big, like long. You know what I'm saying? He should.
He
be
is.
able
This
to
is a
do
guy
it.
who's pretty big, who's scared about 147. They hit too hard. Like
That's
these
what-
niggas, like bro, these niggas have the most self-defeatist attitudes when it comes to like their skills. That should be killing me. Like
Nah, these-
motherfuckers be like 6'2" and talking about, man, I don't know if I could really do it cut it at welterweight.
It's
Like,
back to what
bro,
you're saying. No, it's back to what you said earlier about how these lightweights are trying to stay at a lower weight. The way Hitchins is, he's gonna end up like fucking Prograis and Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna stay at 140 too long because he's I don't use the word pussy, but he's a little too pussy to move up to welterweight. They want to keep that advantage.
And my whole thing is like, bro, it's not like you're a small junior welter. Like you're like one of these Mario Barrios motherfuckers. Like, dude moved up. He done got him a title. The whole like Mario Barrios is winning in boxing, bro. Like for his talent level,
He started at 122. Keep in mind, I know he was young, but he started at 122. You know what I'm saying?
like
So
that nigga, like Mario Barrios is winning in boxing, and a lot of times these other niggas out here, they don't know how to win. Like Mario Barrios, he took hard punishing fights when he didn't have to. He said, "Fuck it," He moved up, started getting bigger names, whatever. Boom. These other niggas take forever.
Yeah, but the odds we were asking about, Hitchins is a minus 1350 favorite. Kambosos is a plus 720 underdog. That's the money line. Method of victory: Hitchins winning by decision of points is minus 210. Hitchins stopping him is plus 240. Draw plus 1800. Kambosos winning by points is plus 1300. Which is not entirely out of the question. It's a long shot, but it's something like that. And then Kambosos KO is plus 1100, which if that happens, then hell froze over.
So, yeah, you can tell that they're just they already getting ready for a Hitchins KO. I'm sorry, Hitchins decision.
I will say
negative 240, bro. Like they know he's gonna win a decision. Boring as hell.
Now the group round bettings for Hitchins to win in 7 and 9 is plus 800. For him to win between 10 and 12 is plus 1,000. So there's value in those. If you want to gamble on those.
Is there anything else good on that card, Pat? Is there anything good on the undercard? I haven't really checked it out.
I mean, obviously, now that
not real. I mean, Andy Cruz is going to be on the undercard.
Oh yeah, Mercado's overrated himself. Got out the fight, right? Yeah.
Well, he's not overrated. He's just he got injured.
He gets a lot of hype for calling out these lightweights, bro. I'm sorry. I think he's a little overhyped, to be honest. But I mean, yeah. Andy Cruz
He's all right.
Yeah. He's in the Eliminator. He's fighting Eliminator.
Shakur's cousin, Zaquin Moses, going to be there. Yeah.
Andy Cruz, though. I mean, his fight now is because Andy Cruz
is it an eliminator?
Yeah, it's an eliminator for him.
For Muratala's belt, who officially today became the champ.
Yeah. So I mean,
because
the Japanese guy, I haven't got a chance to actually see him fight though, but I'm hearing mixed reviews. Some that think he's a diamond in the rough. Some think that he's not ready for Andy Cruz. But Andy Cruz he only has 5 fights. So it's like,
5 fights, 2 KOs.
Yeah, I will say this too. This is a fight that Andy Cruz should want to get a KO in. Like before. Like if you want to sell yourself as the next opponent to Muratalla, when people have you buzzing, you have to stop him. You have to. He has to stop. And like I said, sometimes these unknown Japanese guys.
I was going to say this is a case of the fear the unknown Asian fighter.
Yeah,
they're always so hit or the Japanese are always so hit or miss. It's like some of them are true killers, but sometimes they get overrated and they end up, obviously getting exposed. It's really
for the most part, they are tough though.
Yeah,
they do go at it.
They fight. No, Japanese. Yeah, I love there's action, bro. There's always action in their fight.
And let's see for the odds for that one for Cruz, just of my own curiosity. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's only a money line so far. So, like I said, mostly because of the unknown factor. Cruz is a minus 1,600 favorite. Mashiro, the Japanese cat, is plus 660. I mean, he has more. Well, I mean, he's not. At least he's not as much of an underdog as Kambosos is. That's actually pretty funny, to be honest. But But Andy Cruz though, because I know Eddie's been trying to fast track him to a belt. Well, someone better tell him hey, you gotta knock this Japanese cat out, and then we can try to make this Murataya fight because Murataya might actually play into Andy Cruz's hands because Murataya has been having a little uh-ohs lately. So it's that's definitely the fight I want to see.
I mean, Moran had him. Remember, Antonio Moran had him on stinky legs.
Yeah. So Murataya is good for him becoming champ. He got the upgrade though, but yeah. Now, I mean, I definitely want to see him to actually fight somebody. And like I said, Andy Cruz, I want to see if he can actually become a champion in 6 or 7 fights. But that's pretty much the boxing for next week, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we're pleasantly surprised. God forbid we get a fight of the year out of one of these cats for some reason, and it would be the most random fight. So, wait a minute, hold up. Andy Cruz is going life or death with the Japanese cat, or what the fuck? Or Hitchins and Kambosos are slugging it out. I mean, Kambosos already has a fight of the year candidate, in his career. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
He got ass whoopings of the year too.
What's that?
I said Kambosos got ass whoopings of the year too.
That too.
Let's be real. He's a one-hit wonder, right? Kambosos is the epitome of a Mims.
I mean,
he had a hell of a one-hit wonder. That's Kambosos though. And see what Hurd was
this is why I'm hot was a big record. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. But then the remix, he got fucking obliterated on. They don't even play his verse.
You know what's funny too? They keep that's the selling point because Kambosos said, I'm coming back to the place where I have my biggest triumph, and Matchroom just they stay showing that fucking clip of this motherfucker beating up Teofimo Lopez. That it's funny because we talked about
what other clip you gonna show? Dude sucks.
Yeah, it's goddamn, didn't he win? Didn't he beat Lee Selby on y'all cards too? Come on.
Yeah. Because they clout chase, bro. Honestly, they could put together better highlights a lot of these boxing channels and shit, but they don't. They just lazy. They go for what's already the person's most popular moment, and they just make a video out of that when it's bro, dig a little deeper.
Yeah, I think Kambosos has at least 10 KOs. You could patch in a KO of him actually stopping somebody in the fight. It's not that hard. You don't have to show him dropping Teofimo 20 different times in 20 different angles.
Thank you.
It's a shame that we talk about with the PBC card. YouTube is out there. Ask whoever owns the footage that you can splice in some of the comment. You splice in some of the footage and then you pay a little cash and bam. You got your highlight film. You don't need to. You don't need to mention over again that yes, he beat Teofimo.
No, I don't know if I play a bunch of one-on-ones at the court, nigga, and I beat everybody, but I get a chance to play against Jordan, and this nigga beat me 11-2, but I want my 2 buckets in my highlight tape. That's all I'm saying, nigga. Fuck all them other niggas I beat. I want the 2 buckets I got over Jordan in my highlight tape. So I get what they doing. Yeah, nigga, this is my top moment. Show it every time you see me.
Yeah, no, but
that's a little different though, because that's his top moment is a win. Showing a nigga that's basically every time that's showing Mosley's moment against Floyd. Where he wobbled Floyd and it's yeah, show that.
Didn't Kobe lose the 81-point game?
Did he?
Yeah, they did. They lost.
No, they won that game. They won that game.
Yeah, I don't remember them losing that game.
Fact check it.
Kobe's my favorite player. He won that game. But I know Booker and Devin Booker and Luka. No, Luka won that game. Devin Booker lost that game against Celtics where he went for 70. But no, Kobe.
I think that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that nigga had 73 points and still lost.
And that's the game I was there for. I was literally there in one of the not the bleachers, the fucking the suite or whatever for a bachelor party. I was there that night. very random. But yeah, he definitely Celtic definitely won that shit that night. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, well, let's see. Well, Kambosos better find something, Like I said, Kambosos needs this win more than
find a nice cozy spot on the canvas and lay down, nigga.
Oh man, but yeah, before we get up out of here, I know we had a poll. Pilot.
Hold on, we got 2 Twitter polls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. We did have 2.
Yeah, I forgot what the first one was, but like we could do that one real quick.
The Spence and Lomachenko one. Yeah. Hold up.
Oh, you got it.
I got that right. Did you put it in the group chat? Hold up. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it was who had the better career, Errol Spence or Vasily Lomachenko? We had 25 votes so far, and 60% said Lomachenko and 40% said Spence.
Yeah, King Pete, why you sound like Bono on that one Lil Wayne song, nigga?
What?
Yo, that sound like Bono right now, nigga.
I guess whatever.
But yeah. I mean, I can see. I mean, well, I can see because, like I said, Spence has basically his career has been spent at 147, and basically the biggest highlight of his career at 147 was getting his ass beat by Crawford. But he did unify 3 of the belts, and it's just like, I mean, his biggest win is what? Porter, Brook, give or take.
Shit, if you thought this was whatever you think, there was a bigger argument on Twitter like the next day. Niggas was talking about Broner has a better resume than Loma.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely nonsense.
Who the fuck said this?
That's kind of wow.
A lot of niggas still saying that.
But hold on,
you can't lie. Broner fought a lot of names.
He didn't beat a lot of them.
It's not far-fetched. The problem with Broner is it comes down to, I look at it as peaks and valleys, and like the downside of Broner is way worse than Loma. Like his down.
If you look at the peaks,
his lows are way lower.
If you look at the peaks, it's pretty high peaks, my nigga.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, because I know it was against Spence, but since you brought up Broner, what's Lomachenko's 3 best wins, hands down, compared to Broner's 3 best wins?
Let's see. Gary Russell's one of them, absolutely.
Yeah, that's like number 1 for him. Turbo Fist.
Let's see. Probably
Reagan Dial.
Nicholas Walters. I mean, he made them quit.
Okay, that's 3 solid names right there.
For me, it would be Russell. It would be, Linares.
Really?
No, not Linares. Maybe not top, but Linares is up there.
Maybe top 5, but top 3?
Top 5. Yeah, it's more top 5 than top 3. I'd say Russell. Yeah, Russell, Rigondeaux, and Walters sounds about right.
Yeah. All he did was beat up niggas.
I mean, he took their zeros. Yeah, he did take their zeros.
Yeah, probably Gary Russell Jr.
I mean,
Linares, Rigondeaux.
I mean, the Linares one. I mean, obviously because that's the fight he had to come back from, because Linares was low key beating his ass like in that fight. Like, it wasn't a dominant fight for him because Linares knocked him down. Linares was giving him all types of help.
But they made that like it's one of Lomachenko's like marquee win, or like, but he had all this momentum. They presented the presentation of the Linares fight is bigger than the fight or the significance of the win itself.
But also, do we go performances or like names? Because like I think one of his like, even though
the nigga moved up in weight, was getting whooped, and then came back and won.
Even if the name isn't
for
up
Loma.
there,
Like me, I voted for Loma, but I will say I think Spence might have a better like single division run. You know what I'm saying, in terms of like his wins.
Because
Um,
even like the name is not there, but I think one of his like best performances was fucking Rocky Martinez. He beat his ass.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I mean, he did. You're right about that, but I also
And
think
this is fucking Rocky Martinez though.
yeah, but the problem with that was Rocky Martinez was put through the ringer. Like I feel like
And got gifts along the way too.
yeah, like it is a good win because he annihilated Rocky Martinez though. But I also think this was one of the fights where Martinez, like he was so worn out that it was going to happen. If it wasn't Lomachenko, someone was going to get him like that.
Yeah.
Because he was worn out because he.
But okay, so if we establish Lomachenko's 3 wins, like what are Broner's, DeMarco, what
Ponce,
Paulie Malignaggi,
Ponce
de Leon.
and even though I think that was a gift, but it's like the one win that is that it's actually aging because Ponce was
Man, I don't think it's a gift. It could have gone either way, but I felt like he fought Broner the best way you're supposed to fight Broner.
Gavin Reeves. Title defense. That nigga
I mean,
styled on him.
Gavin Reese wasn't much of a fighter, but he beat the
But
shit.
the nigga styled on him as a defense.
I mean, DeMarco is absolutely his peak win. Like that was trying to like he never had he doesn't have a win better than that. DeMarco.
No, because DeMarco only lost to Edwin Valero until Broner beat him.
Yeah, Broner beat that dude's ass and was dancing doing it.
He basically.
But one of his best wins is beat the shit out of Lomachenko's best wins.
Yeah. Yep.
So that kind of makes it hard. Like I'm telling you, like they're a lot closer. Like I feel like Broner has more C level, B level wins than Lomachenko does.
I see here people are giving the Ponce de Leon win, the Liatsu win, and the Perez win as big wins for Broner compared to Lomachenko's.
I want to mention
the problem with Broner's resume is once you go past the Sean Porter fight, it just drops badly. Right?
But you gotta look early. His early career is fire though. You can't lie. Like it's like a fire. It's like a fire start. It's a fire start.
But this is why I say it's peaks and valleys. The lows are just really low.
But honestly, that kind of says how underwhelming Lomachenko career is that we're having a fucking discussion that's going back and forth, and it's like we're close. It's a close discussion about comparing Broner and Lomachenko careers.
Yeah, because I agree. All Lomachenko did was ascend, and of course, Broner had a crazy fall off, but I feel like his ascension was way more.
It was.
And it was faster.
Was better.
It was faster. He was hotter. He was a household name at one point. Lomachenko ain't never been a household name.
Like I always felt Lomachenko was on the cusp of being that household name, but him not getting that damn Mikey Garcia fight kind of fucked shit up.
Not in the middle.
I want to mention real quick. I got heavy back into boxing around the Lomachenko thing, so I remember watching Nicholas Walters fight, and I was really impressed with with Loma. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really impressed and everything. But the commentary and the fans and everything, like talking about him being Sweet Pea Duran Floyd level, like it just made. I was truly a fan.
That was annoying. And
that was really annoying.
It might be good for. It might have been good for him to not get the Mikey fight because Mikey might have beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah,
Mikey hit hard and he was precise. If he catches damn Lomachenko with the same right hand Linares dropped him with, jeez.
I'm saying if Loma's not gonna punch for 6 rounds against Teofimo, what do you think he's gonna do against Mikey?
Yeah, I think he would have. No, you know what? I think he would have ended up punching because Mikey Garcia ain't really explosive like that. I think he would have got lulled in for some 1-2s.
I will say this. I think and even though I didn't think he won the fight, I think if he had gotten that decision against Haney, I think we're having a different discussion.
Yeah, because he would have been undisputed at 135, and I mean his career. I mean his
that would have been his biggest like marquee win. Like,
but Lomachenko though, like I said, he was close to, and like I said, the 135 run, he was gunning for it, but yeah, he did not want no parts of.
God damn it, he should have just taken the tank fight. Like, that's crazy.
yeah, honestly, like I don't like this shit about niggas bitching and moaning about they're getting ducked. They never get they fight a certain fight. Then when they finally get it, it's like, even if it's at the end of their career, see, if it wasn't for the Kambosos fight, I wouldn't even be that hard on him about this pause. Because I'm like, okay, the Lomachenko Devin Haney fight, well, that was a hard fight, could go either way. You kind of leaving at the top of your game in a way. Like, right. you lost a fight that some people thought you won. It was a good classic little lightweight scrap. Okay, cool. Takes about a year, whatever the fuck. Come back and you beat the shit out of Kambosos, and you show everyone that you belong, like, at the top again. Like, because we've seen Kambosos get his ass whooped, but we ain't seen nobody just put their foot in his ass like that and stop him. So I feel like once he did that, it's like, okay, bro, like, you kind of helped sell the tank fight like this. Like, now let's have a tank fight. No, don't want the tank fight. Like, you bitch.
Well,
like, you got everybody all excited for, because you beat up Kambosos, and then, when it matters to show up, like, for the tank fight, you don't, like, so it's like, bro, like, so yeah, it's a different, he still had a better career than Spence, but even that's close. But Lomachenko still got him, but I just feel like, yeah.
Barely,
yeah, barely. I just feel like Lomachenko didn't do himself any favors by not taking the Spence. I'm not taking the tank fight. Like, you missed it's like, you out of the 3 fights he had there, like, that were his, like, career-defining mega fights, the Mikey Garcia, Teofimo, and Tank, he only got one of those, and he lost that one clean.
He did.
That kind of says it all right there.
Yo, just saying, before the car crash, Spence would have had a way better career than Lomachenko. Just saying, nigga.
Yeah, I think I thought he went belts to 160. You know what I'm saying? But
no, nigga's decorated. Nigga, 30 wins, only 1 loss.
No,
to a nigga y'all call the greatest nigga in boxing.
I'm saying I thought he would at least. I thought he'd be.
Not me, shit.
No, but I mean, do you remember like him Spence Canelo was
like his only loss. Yo, Pat, his only loss is to the nigga that you love so much, nigga. So how the fuck is his career not better than Loma?
It isn't.
How? If his only loss is to the nigga that you deem the highest nigga out.
It really isn't, because, like I said,
and he only lost because he's battered and bruised from a car crash.
Well, you had to be.
Wait. Let me ask you this: is it Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, and Ugas win? Are those 3 wins better than Lomachenko's best 3 wins?
He took 0.
I like a Sean Porter.
Lomachenko took his best wins. He took their 0s.
Yeah, it's like, it's hard to really go against that.
That's it's not like, he owns a couple of 0s.
Although the Mikey Garcia win is up there.
Yeah,
but I felt like Spence should have knocked him out, though.
Well, I mean, Loma, he's the first the first ever fighter to have 3 divisions, 10 fights or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So the division makes it, I thought Spence would be a champion up to middleweight, you know what I'm saying? But, shit happens.
Yeah, like Spencer's a case of he has to do more for, but he's not in the position physically to really do more anymore. He can't do it.
Yeah, I feel like Spence needed like one more like marquee like win. Like, you see how Broner has the DeMarco, and then he has the Ponce de Leon, and you're like, okay. And then it kind of goes to like, you got the Khabib, you got Milanaji, you got the Taylor, you got a few other ones sprinkled in there, but a lot of these niggas, they don't have those.
Do y'all feel like y'all marked Spence down because this nigga didn't move up or down and try to fight random niggas?
He can't
only hold the Thurman fight not happening against him. Like,
Nah,
I
dude,
felt like he should have fought Thurman.
and I never was a fan of Broner. I don't like undisciplined shit, and I didn't like any of that undisciplined
You
shit.
too old school to fuck with Broner.
Yeah, pretty much. But then I was sitting there when he was at 130. I was like, yo, this dude's doing discipline. Now you see him now he's getting knocked out by Blair Cobbs. I'm like, that's what happens.
But look,
The all-time great Blair Cobb. What you talking about?
We all knew a nigga like that, real hood nigga, real talented nigga, and he didn't give a fuck about practicing or nothing. All he cared about was being in the streets, nigga. But his talent just overmatched whatever he was doing in the streets. Everybody knows somebody like that, nigga.
Yeah, but he didn't overachieve into all-time great anything like that. Like he basically
he did really, nigga. The nigga fought Pacquiao. What the fuck you talking about? He
didn't win. He fought Mike Garcia. He didn't.
That's
win.
the thing. Look, if you take Broner's biggest losses, let's take all of Broner's losses, like Maidana, Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter. That's 4 of them. He needed to win at least one more of those.
But you don't think those are like significant losses?
Yes, they are.
No, I'm saying meaning he fought significant people.
Yeah, of course.
Like winner or loss, it's like still a great fight.
I don't. You have to beat some niggas.
You gotta beat. Look. You can fight a bunch of names, but at one point you're gonna have to beat somebody. It's like going to a party and there's a bunch of fine ass bitches at the party. Now they all fine, whatever. We all chilling and shit. Yeah, they fine and everything, but if you can't bag them and get the number, does it matter?
Yeah, like Broner.
Like that's the thing with Broner. Like he's fighting all these niggas, but he's not winning them. So you can talk to every bitch in the fucking party, but if not one of them want to give you their number, it's like, yeah, I seen you talk to them hoes, but what happened?
Should have just stayed home, nigga.
Yeah,
you could have, and that's how we felt with damn Broner with the non-efforts he had against Pacquiao, Garcia, and all these other niggas he done lost to.
Hell, the motherfucker should have lost to Jesse Vargas. Like, come on,
yeah. That shit really was a draw, but but the fact that he's having
you can't
life or death fights with Jesse Vargas though.
You can't lie. Broner was so great. No matter how many times the nigga lost, you still always expected him to win the next fight.
No, he didn't. Nigga, the fuck you talking about?
Nigga, I did.
Not me. They said once Maidana cracked him, that nigga became negative.
He still was operating. It just he couldn't fight. He couldn't beat anybody that was like A- or hell even B+ sometimes.
I mean, this nigga's. This nigga has Paulie Malignaggi as one of his best wins, and it's like, come on, like. So
okay, let it agree. What would you give Broner on his career then?
Probably like
if he never beat an A or a B+ nigga, is that a B career or a C career?
C, you kidding me?
No, with Broner, I'll be honest. I think he's a B- career wise. Like you could either I could understand a C+, but the reason why I say B- is because he did become a champion in 4 divisions. You just don't get lucky and fall into that statistic.
Okay, exactly. Okay, I like that you said that. Wouldn't you give Lomachenko a B or B- as well?
I'll give him a B+. B+.
I think Lomachenko's career might be a B+.
Yeah, it's like a B+.
And Broner's is a B-.
So, exactly. So him and Broner are closer than y'all making it seem.
Nigga, I was the first one to say this shit was close. I'm the reason we had the argument.
Broner's beating like 4 champions. Lomachenko's beating like 10 or 11. Like, come on, what are we talking about?
Like, all I said was, yeah, Lomachenko better career, but it's close. And then that's when everybody started bringing up names, and then we actually discussed about it because it's like, yeah, this is kind of close. But Lomachenko edges him out a little bit. It's not no, you could they belong in the same conversation. Now, do either one of them belong in a conversation with fucking Roberto Duran? Fuck no.
No, but look, okay, so Spence, is he B with them?
Spence is about a B. I think he's a B as a B, like normal ass B.
So this how you got it. Lomachenko B+, Spence B, Broner B-. All
Yeah.
B careers, all decent careers, but they didn't overachieve.
Yeah, I think
Spence didn't overachieve. He just didn't achieve enough.
yeah, might have underachieved a little bit.
I mean,
You
we
know,
all expect him to at least
drinking and
get. Hold
partying
on, real
kind of
quick,
killed a lot of
can I
Spence's
ask?
career too.
Did we all expect him to at least get? I know the Spence Canelo fight was a thing before Bud, decimated him. But could you at least say you expected Spence to be a 3-division champ, like up to at least 160?
No, 154
Hell no.
maybe.
154,
You know-
yeah, but 160, like chill, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying at least 154. But I'm saying I feel like he could have. I don't know. But he got ruined.
No, hell no.
No,
Nah.
160. No, 154 would have been the
And
game.
154 is a giant ask too, bro. Like,
Mhm.
do you know it be at 154, nigga? Like, you've been on here long enough.
Mhm.
Think about it, like, dude, we've said this. We've had conversation. We'd be like, all right, Spence versus Conwell, Spence versus Ortiz, Spence. And we start naming niggas. We be like, I don't know, Spence versus Zoo. Like, bro, like, nah. I think Spence having a B career, I think is fitting. Like, he got some names. You know, he had momentum. You know, he was A side, but he needed to do a little more to be a B plus or be an A.
Yeah.
And Broner really just a B minus because he's had too many damn significant losses. But his wins are good enough where it's like his accolades are good enough where you're like, yeah, I can't make him a C level fighter. So we'll just give him B minus.
Nah, Spence would have chilled in the 154, nigga. I'm not gonna lie. He would have chilled in that shit. He should have kept going.
They would have chilled him
No, he would have chilled in it. I'm
or
looking
put his
at
ass on ice.
He would have chilled in it.
I don't think Spence beats fucking Jesus Ramos.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like I said, Spence is
Like, dude, that's a fucking 50-50 fight right there, nigga. And this is fucking and this is fucking Jesus Ramos. And I'm not even saying that the shit on Ramos. I like him. He's a good fighter, but bro, that's a hard. The only person niggas will pick Spence to beat at 154, and I think we've all said this before, is fucking Zayas.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a few years ago Spence type shit, like before the Crawford fight. Like, that's the only person it was looking like Spence could handle. Everyone else, it would have been a fucking toss-up.
But we're acting like the Spence Canelo fight wasn't a real plan.
Yeah, it was, but it was more like what's that saying? You it's like lofty expectations or something.
He was supposed to fight he was supposed to fight one of them Charlo niggas.
No, my thing was
Nah, that wasn't gonna happen.
If Spence fought Fundora at sometime the end of last year, I would have kind of favored him against Fundora. But it's been too long now. He's done. He's cooked. But...
No, Fedora's would crush that nigga. I don't know, nigga. That nigga's big as fuck, yo. I don't know, nigga.
Yeah, no, like I said, Spence. Yeah, you can't really Spence. You can't favor Spence over anyone at 154 now because he's cooked. You can't do that.
And even back then, he was at best 50-50 with these niggas. Nobody was like, hey, yo, I'm picking Spence to beat Conwell, Michael Soro, Madrimov, who else? Fucking Ortiz, fucking Zoo, Goucher, Trout. Murder, man, no, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, Spence could the only murder Spence could beat is fucking Murder Mace, nigga. Like, stop. Like, so yeah, man, fucking, like, damn, this conversation was better than I thought it would be, actually.
Yeah, like I said, I know Lomachenko for the most part, because I never really liked dude like that. I mean, I used to think that all that shit he was doing was kind of overrated, but niggas really didn't like him because, they used to try to erase that one loss he had to Salido, and people shit on Salido, for some reason. Niggas,
you know what? Lomachenko's a victim of them trying too hard to make him impressive to us.
Yeah.
Like, just they tried a little too hard. Like, you was beating all the niggas up, and we was cool with that. We got it.
And
they just started taking away that damn.
They went
that Salido loss.
They went OD with it, and it was just like you didn't even have to do all that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was nasty work seeing this motherfucker. Okay, he's on top of the pound for pound list. he's 9-0 with 1 draw. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like they were doing that shit on purpose. Like it was like try to make sure that Salido loss didn't happen. Like, come on. Yeah, and but that's what everyone was starting like. Hold on, wait a minute. This nigga ain't no damn white savior anymore. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then you see Usyk is doing all the same shit fucking Lomachenko does, but he's doing it against people his size and bigger, and he's moving up in weight and being humble, all that shit. So it's like Usyk kind of took that nigga shine away too.
Yeah.
And what made it worse was Usyk was just playing the cut.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was just concentrating on cruiserweight, like Then,
he wasn't being puffy all in the video and shit. He was just doing his thing.
Yeah. So,
fuck, we gotta. What's the Haney Tim Bradley one before we get out of here? Because I didn't even think we was gonna go that long with that other. Niggas is really dissecting them niggas' careers too.
Go ahead, Pilot. I'll let you do this one, Pilot.
That was my brainstorming. All right. So we asked for Monday's mythical matchup. There's been some banter between Bill Haney. Whoever criticizes Devin Haney, basically Bill Haney will try to dress down their resume. And in this instance, it was Tim Bradley. So we did ask at a mythical matchup at 140, who would win between one Devin the Dream Haney and Tim Desert Storm Bradley. Got 28 votes, 6 days left. Check us out at Ring Gang, with 64% going to the bald nigga from Top Rank.
Yeah. I mean,
that sounds about right.
Yeah. I picked Bradley too.
Yeah, I mean, Bradley's prime was 140. Like, Haney's prime, you can't. I mean, Bradley fought killers at 140. I mean,
we could only pick Haney from the goddamn program.
Yeah, exactly. And while it was an impressive performance, but it was like, Bradley fought, and I'm not a Bradley fan at least, but Bradley fought a number of killers at that division.
Yeah, Bradley fought some real, and that's the thing, that's what I'm saying, like you can fight quality B- B level dudes and just fight a bunch of them niggas and dominate them and still be a B plus, a B plus or A minus fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Because overall, I think Bradley's had he's like an A minus career.
Yeah, and I mean he definitely overachieved for his fucking style.
Yeah. Especially for his talent. Like, dude, but look at this. A lot of the niggas Bradley would run these niggas today. I don't see Devin Haney beating no fucking Kendall Holt.
Yeah. He might have problems with Witter, Nate Campbell even, shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? Louis Abregu, Devin Alexander,
a prime Casamoyor, not the one that Bradley kind of, that unfortunately.
I don't see Devin Haney beating all these names. And in the video Bradley had, he was breaking that shit down. He let them niggas know.
Yeah, and I know Bill Haney tried to kind of shut down his career a little bit, but I mean, like I said, though,
I didn't take a year off. I came back after 8 months and fought Marquez, who was way better.
Yeah, I mean, no one in the right. I mean, you have to be a certain level of insane after the beating he got from the Provodnikov fight. He go and fights Marquez, who could probably do worse to him,
who just had one of the knockouts of the year.
Yeah, and then he has a career best performance against Marquez. I don't think he's a. I mean, actually,
it's his marquee fight. It's his biggest win.
I mean, it's his biggest non-controversial win.
Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying. We all know he lost to fucking Pacquiao. People, this is the thing. People can say we know he got a gift and all that, but even then, with 3 Pacquiao ass whoopings, he still got a great career.
Yeah.
All the other shit still outshining where a lot of these niggas don't.
Because I felt like he probably had one of the best fights of that decade between him and Provodnikov. You know what I'm saying?
I think we just said that, my nigga.
Oh, did you? I missed it.
Do you see Provodnikov beating him? Do you see Devin Haney beating Provodnikov?
I think we did a poll on that. Pause. I think we did a poll. I think Provodnikov won that poll too.
Oh shit!
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, it wasn't even too long ago. We did a month or two ago.
We did. Damn, I don't even remember that shit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, Tim Bradley, like I said, he overachieved big time Because, like I said, there were fighters that he fought that could and should have knocked his head off, and some
or
tried
at least beat him. Yeah.
and some tried the hardest to do it. You know what I mean? But
Because Bradley fought so many people. The only niggas you could really say he missed
was Khan.
Was Amir Khan and I think McDonough and Matisse.
And well, Brook too. Kell Brook a little bit was a miss, but it wasn't a big miss like Khan.
Maybe like it's further down. But Amir Khan, McDonough, and Matisse, the fact that he didn't fight neither one of them niggas from Argentina is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But he fought everyone else, so I can't really say nothing.
But the Khan fight was talked about for a minute. Like, you know.
Yeah, it was. But look at that. He beat the nigga that fought all three of them motherfuckers.
He did.
That Devin Alexander is that's his second best win.
And that was a terrible fight to watch. That was so
terrible fight, but I give him the credit.
He made Alexander look bad. Like
yeah, and I was a Devin stan. Like
I think that fight was when I realized that Devin's not it.
Yeah, because that Juan Arango, that had us all gassed. Like,
yeah, but
that was a crazy uppercut knockout, bro.
But then the crazy part is he fought Maidana after that, and he gave Maidana the worst beating of his career. So that's the weird shit.
Facts.
Yeah, that shit I couldn't understand. It's like you have trouble with fucking Tim Bradley, but you fight someone who has like stones in his fist, and you beat the shit out.
Different type of style though, bro.
I feel you, but I'm just like, that was the type of shit that used to kill me. Like come on, like what is this?
Because this is the thing, Devin Haney can't really handle boxers like that. Look at the Matisse fight. Like Matisse got hit hard, and Devin Alexander struggled with him.
He did. Because
Matisse boxes more, just like Bradley boxes more than guys like a Maidana. Mm-hmm. Maidana, all that nigga did was just jab, step to the side, body shot, walk him down. Like Bradley, he did all this, like you said, perfect.
Even though he wasn't the hardest puncher, he was really physically strong, like in a way like Sean Porter. They're just very physically strong, and they're a little rough and stuff, but they can box well enough and have a high IQ. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Well, Maidana didn't get approved until he went to Robert Garcia, because I think he wasn't being trained by Robert Garcia at that time.
Nah, he wasn't, but people try to make it seem like this nigga became a whole new better fighter. Just because you start listening to a motherfucker tell you to use your jab doesn't mean like you just evolve. Like you just start using your fucking jab. Like
facts.
The fuck? Like these niggas made it seem like he turned into goddamn Julio Cesar Chavez or some shit overnight. Nigga was still struggling with fucking Josito Lopez.
He was. He really was. Yeah, that was
like come on, like bro, like
yeah. I remember Josito Lopez was freezing him with shots. Like I was like,
that's what I'm saying. Like it's like, look, you can't say like he was a better boxer. He gave Floyd trouble. He beat bro. And then you fucking going life or death with Josito Lopez, nigga. Like,
and he went life and death with Soto Carras too. I remember.
Yeah, you right, bro. I forgot about the Soto Carras fight. Like,
and that was those were some violent ass fights too. Those used to be.
Man, you know what? This just makes me think like, where the fuck has boxing gone, yo? Like, I feel like we too enthusiastic about these old ass fights that we ain't even had the enthusiasm talk about these niggas now.
Yeah, like those were some brutal ass fights too. I'm just like,
but they were names, bro. Motherfuckers had packed arenas.
They did.
Out of all these fights we just talked about, the only one that was ass and didn't really sell was fucking. It was in the wrong place. Bradley versus Alexander.
Yeah.
Everything else was good.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was Bradley's era. Like Haney, like Haney is a talent. He's he's still great, but Haney has some more to do to before. Like Bradley can criticize his career. It's his right. He can do it.
If you got 11 mil, he might fight you for that career. Like,
yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to up your career achievements to actually, like I said, Bradley earned the right to talk about your career.
Because Bradley campaigned in one of the hardest 140 divisions, though.
Yeah, that era 140 where niggas can knock your fucking head off, and you know, and some were getting their heads flown off, but it's just like, yeah, you know,
that 140 was like the 154 we got now.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bradley's. I mean, maybe I'm being a little. He's one of the better 140 fighters of a long time. I mean, you know, he's up there. I'm just saying, you know,
that's facts.
he is, yeah.
And he got the names to prove it though. Like, and it's a wide assortment of styles too. It's not like, you know, some niggas, they'll have several names and they're literally like, you can swap them out like Mortal Kombat characters. Oh, that's Rain, the Smoke, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. Like, they all look the same, just dressed different in different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bradley don't have that. Like, Junior Witter is on one side of the spectrum, and Kevin and Kendall Holtz on another side.
Right.
Fucking Lamont Peterson, and he took these O's, nigga.
He did.
Lamont Peterson, a whole different style compared to Devin Alexander. Like, these niggas, Bradley's one of the last people who fought styles, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these other niggas, they get one little tough fight with a certain style, and they're like, all right, no more aggressive southpaw counterpunchers. Like, nigga, what? like, like, that's a lot, but okay. Like, all right, little struggle here. All right, no more. Volume punchers from Guatemala. Like,
Tank hasn't fought an aggressive, you know, come forward first since Pitbull. You know, I'm a Tank fan, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can throw Barrios in there too. He hasn't fought someone like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I get it, but that's the thing. Like, so by the time a niggas end their careers, when we evaluate all the opponents, you be like, okay, this nigga was the truth. It's hard to say that with these new niggas now because they not fighting enough different styles.
Not at all.
So how we gonna have compared to, like, Bradley's one of the few people you could throw in all-time mythical matchups because he's fought pretty much enough niggas now. Like I don't know how the fuck Haney would do against goddamn Kasazu. Well, yeah, yes, I do.
Kasazu would probably knock him the fuck out.
Yeah. I was trying to make an example. That was the quickest one, but yeah, like, if you're not beating Timothy Bradley's opponents, I don't think you're beating Kasazu.
Facts. But like I said,
good discussion, bro.
But yeah, the funny thing too is like it was just funny too, just reading Bill Haney's tweet about that and how many niggas were like incredulous, you know, when people were defending Bradley and why is he talking like that? I'm like, have you watched, like I said, people there's so many people that had to be schooled on Bradley's career. I was like, yo, he's not like, you know, he's not like Bradley can criticize dude, like he earned the right to do it. Like, you know,
like the Pacquiao fights can't be the only thing y'all niggas remember.
That's like what Shaq says. He says, I'm G13 classified. You know, I think he got that from Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. But, you know, he got the credentials, you know, to talk his shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
some niggas do. And at the end of the day, they still commentators, bro. Like, like everybody's not going to be an Antonio Tarver where you get sick of it enough where he'll fight you.
Right.
Shout out to Lateef Coyote.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Bill Haney has to be careful with certain boxers. Like I said, though, he can't pull every boxer's card like that just because they disagree with his son like that. It's one thing, like, you know, if you know, like, you can't be like putting something in Chat GPT and just trying to put something up there and be like,
because he did it to Gabe Rosado and did it to Tarver. You know what I'm saying? Who both criticized him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bro, see, but this is the problem. Like, he's trying to apply that logic to everybody. Like, we let you get away with it with Gabe Rosado. And even then, we had the whole, well, Gabe Rosado at least fought some dangerous niggas, like names.
He fought a lot of dangerous niggas.
No, because the way it happened, it was corny. He was on the Boxing Voice. Gabe Rosado was on there, and he was talking a little bit shit. So Haney came on. The first thing Bill Haney does is looks like he's reading off something and talking shit about his resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's corny, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's hella corny.
And it's like, if you need Chat GPT to damn talk about niggas' resume, then can we even trust your boxing opinion? Like, you ain't see me pull up nothing to talk about an era that happened 15 years ago.
Facts.
Like, were you there? Or are you not? Like, were you watching boxing then? Like I'm surprised a nigga who was walking with Zab out to the ring ain't missed all this.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, you try that shit with Gabe Rosado, cool. Yeah, it worked on him, but you can't keep applying that to every other boxer because
He did the
there's
Tarver
other
after,
niggas
you
that,
know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did the Tarver after. He did, he talked shit about Tarver because Tarver
and
was
that
talking
shit
shit on.
failed. Like, dude, why the fuck you hating Tarver so much, bro? He told the truth about your damn son's shitty performance.
Facts.
Like, goddamn, and Tarver got one of the greatest wins in boxing history.
One of the biggest upsets, yeah.
Yeah, like, how the fuck, like, how we get here?
He basically ended the prime of, some would say, the best fighter ever in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Come on, like, he got the
Like, he knocked out D. Roy Jones. Like, he had to fight him 2 times to do it, but still, like, so get the fuck out of here, bro. And then you apply it to Bradley, who some would say has an even better career than Tarver.
Right.
And it's like, bro, like, who you gonna do it next? You gonna compare Devin Haney to fucking Shane Mosley? You gonna compare him to De La Hoya? You gonna compare him to damn Hopkins? Who else, nigga? Like Carlos Monzon, Mike Tyson? Nigga, where does it stop? Like, you gonna compare him to Hagler next, nigga? Like, just fucking chill, bro. Like, you can't be right about everything.
Right.
That's it. That's the statement. Like, you know, especially in boxing, you can't be right about everything. Like, there's certain careers you get wrong, certain analyzations you don't pick up on. But yeah, just like Tim Bradley made a good point. Like, yo, let your son fucking talk, bro. Be the manager, chill in the cut, crack jokes every now and then. But yeah, let Devin Haney talk, bro, because you making a lot of niggas turn on y'all that don't really want to turn on y'all. They just tired of the bullshit.
Bill, he's trying to promote his son, but at a certain point, you cause so much hate. Like, it's clear, he's the reason why Devin gets a lot of hate.
But that's not promoting. Saying, like, bro, me saying my nephew is good at basketball and then start comparing him to LeBron at 13 because he's 13. Like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, just say your nephew's good at basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why you gonna like? And that's the thing, like, bro, like, you can't. He take all that shit to heart, nigga. Like boxers are too fucking sensitive this era. Y'all niggas would be in tears in these post fight interviews if y'all had to fight on HBO back in the day.
Facts.
Y'all niggas would cancel Larry Merchant. Like, what? Like, not cancel your fucking HBO subscription, bitch. But yeah, man, good show, man. Like, we be back Wednesday. We got a music battle, one that's like anticipated because we had to postpone it. So when we postpone shit, it's some heat. But yeah, we got another East and North battle collab for the soundtracks. We got New Jersey Drive versus I Got the Hookup. I'm About It. Yeah,
I'm About It, bro.
And that nigga made so many goddamn movies and movie soundtracks.
They all
I couldn't remember the very first one. But yeah, so be on the lookout. We're gonna have Marquise gonna be back hopefully. And we're gonna play some joints off of each album. So you ain't even gotta listen to the albums like that, But if you wanna, listen to them and go along with it, that's cool. But if not, we're gonna play some of the best joints from both, and then you could decide which album is better or which album you gonna listen to later. Like, fuck it, like Ring Gang put me on to some new shit. So yeah, that's what's up. So and Pat picked this one out. So if the shit feel kind of old, let's blame Pat. I mean, I wasn't gonna go with this one this soon. I thought he was gonna pick the Dangerous Ground versus what was the other shit?
Nigga, that's an older soundtrack.
But it was more mainstream. Like, I feel like New Jersey Drive and I'm About It are kind of like niche
What are you talking
movies
about?
and sounds.
Well, the movies, but the sound, New Jersey Drift actually had like real hits on that shit. Like,
No, you're right. You know what? I think if you're a real hip hop head, you fuck with these. That's it. Because they was big in hip hop circles, like I'm About It and fucking New Jersey Drive. So yeah, I'll clarify that. You right.
It take you back to the days when even like the lower level black movies were, you know, even they still had fire music attached to them. That shit don't exist anymore. Like,
it was a different time. So yeah, that'd be a good like show y'all niggas what y'all missed out on.
Can you imagine someone actually listening to the soundtrack from that new Tyler Perry movie that people have been talking about?
Oh God, fuck that! I'm not trying to hear no more about this Tyler Perry bullshit. Like I heard,
yo, I got at least 3 people.
15 different traumas was introduced in the first 20 minutes. Like,
yeah, I got people was like, you know, Pat, you need to watch this, and I'm like, why? I'm sick of Tyler Perry movies. Like, dude has problems.
I seen that shit with Kelly Rowland, and I thought that was horrible. The only thing this nigga could do now is cinematography. Like that's it. He could make it look beautiful, but it's beautiful bullshit. It's beautiful garbage. Yeah. I don't need 4K HD zoom in on fucking trash can.
Yeah, dude is a billionaire. Dude has more than enough money that he can hire writers, hungry writers that can do whatever he wants to do, like better. Like, come on, like I
he gives us this bullshit.
Yeah, like I watched Divorce. I think the last one I watched was Divorce in Black because I was chilling with Breezy and she was, she wanted to watch that, so I was like, oh, okay. And it was some of the biggest bullshit I ever watched. I was like, get this nigga the fuck up out of here, yo.
I'm telling you, it just be awful, bro. Like,
yeah.
Another thing, man. Like, yo, fuck that. I gotta say it. Like, yo, we gotta chill with the pandering on these black shows, man. Like The Shy, how y'all have a Mother's Day episode, and then the next week y'all have a baby shower episode. Then the next week y'all got a Mother's Day episode. Like, nigga, like how much pussy y'all was eating in the fucking break room, nigga? Like, like what are we doing here? Like, how much fucking pandering y'all gotta do?
Yeah, like y'all got y'all.
I thought I was watching the same episode. I was like, wait, what is going on? Like, don't this look the same? Like,
it was just swap and repeat. Yeah, like, nah, get them out of here, yo.
Yeah, like cut that shit out. But yeah, yo, Pat, you gotta check out Mercy for None. Anybody who wants that real shit, that's a 10 for 10 show on Netflix. Mercy for None.
Yeah, no, that's on my list. I'm gonna try.
Most brutal fucking ass whoopings I've ever seen in my life. This nigga, Mercy for None is like one of the most perfect names for a series like that, because literally nobody got mercy.
Yeah. I'm hopefully I'm gonna catch that. I'm gonna start watching that tomorrow.
Every episode goes hard. You know how some of these shows, it be 7 episodes. You get to about episode 4, it like cools down a little, it takes a break. Or they kind of rebuild itself. No. This shit punches you in the face every fucking episode. It don't let up.
That's what's up.
Knives, like niggas getting jumped, stabbed in the throat, eye, everything. $150 to the face. Niggas getting one punch into walls all the time. Like, it's amazing. That's it. All I got to say. That's it. I'm done. Mercy for None.
That's what it is, yo. So yeah, make sure you watch it because I know I'm gonna try to watch that for sure. But yeah,
I gotta catch that Predator too. I'm hearing good shit about it.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'll wait till you watch it and we can do a review on that shit because the Predator shit,
that and that KO movie.
That's also on my list too. I saw the trailer looks fire though. But yeah,
you told me about the Predator a little too late. As soon as you told me about the Predator, I was like, damn, I got Mercy for None up.
Well, yeah. Well, you got something to watch then, nigga.
That's good looking out. But yeah, man, great show, man. We be back here Wednesday, and we got to give y'all the impromptu TV show and music reviews and shit at the end sometimes. But yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, for myself, Pat Scofield, the New England representative. For LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist. for King P Bodega B, for Conscious Pilot. Both of them had to kind of be out, and then for Rome Top 5. This is another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Peace. Tell everyone.